Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Climbing Works for the QIF 2017 Grand Final. I'm Mike Langley and I'm joined by the one and only British bouldering legend Gaz Parry and World Cup overall winner Shauna Coxey. Welcome, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Gaz, what have we got in store for the guys tonight? Obviously we've got the finals coming up quite soon, but we've got a short show for you guys beforehand.
Yeah, we've got about a 20-minute show to fill here, and we've got this starting off with the semi-final highlights from earlier on this afternoon. We're going to take a look at the 2017 rules for the new IFSC season. We're going to follow that with a little interview with Rustam Gelmanov. He's going to take us through his semi-final, see how it went or didn't go. We're going to take a quick look behind the route setting scenes and the testing scenes with Shauna taking part, and then of course we're going to go to the finals.
It's going to be an incredible show. It's such a stacked lineup. And speaking of the comp, guys, we should check out the highlights where you got to chat to Sean McCall in the qualification round, and also the highlights from the semi-final round earlier on today.
McCall, member of the Scarpa team. How have you found it today?
It was really good. Funny enough, they actually lost my luggage, so I only had one pair of shoes. It's my competition shoes that I bring on the airplane as carry-on in case situations like this do arise. But yeah, I didn't have my warm-up shoes. I didn't even have my training shoes, which I would actually wear for a format like this, because I have to do 30 boulders. But it didn't matter. I wore my competition Dragos, and I did just fine.
And you get the opportunity to climb with people that you know from the World Cup circuit. You get to meet some of the local climbers. They get to climb alongside Sean McCall, QIF champion, and all those sorts of things. It's a nice atmosphere, yeah?
Exactly, and that's the other part of it where, yeah, you get to climb alongside. Well, I guess I'm climbing alongside all my friends, which happen to be professional rock climbers as well. But it is a really good opportunity for the community, the people around Sheffield, I guess everyone else that comes all this way, to climb with sometimes their idols and just get a little bit of one-on-one time.
So you don't mind dealing with the pressure in that sort of situation. Obviously, you're on your own. You're in the limelight. You're in front of 200 people, 2,000 people in Paris, 3,000 people. Have you got any trips or ideas of how you actually cope with this?
I mean, the pressure that comes with it, because you are out there all by yourself, I actually welcome it. I guess it's just being a competitor in my mind. Dealing with the stress and being afraid and being able to perform at 100% with 2,000 people behind you cheering is a skill. And the more you practice that skill, the better you become in competition. And many people ask me, can you get pressure? And Sean, you set many standards for the Canadians. You're probably going to be the first Olympian as a Canadian for climbing. Doesn't that add extra pressure? Yes, it does add extra pressure, but at the same time, I encourage having that pressure because it strives for me to be the best athlete I am, and I'm a better athlete because of it. So Drago is my favorite Scarpa shoe right now, and because they're so similar to the Furia, I generally will train in Furias and then compete in Dragos just to have that little tiny extra edge in competition where I feel like a better competitor.
And how do you find the difference with the dual Velcro, single Velcro? Is that a benefit with the Drago? You've got a lot more rubber on the toe?
Because of the more rubber on the toe, yes, especially in toe hooks, I think they're better in moves like that. And the Furias, you can make them a little bit tighter, but because in competitions I'm only ever wearing my shoes for 5 minutes, they don't get too hot. But that's the one thing that I can work on with the Drago. But then because I'm never wearing them for more than 5 minutes, it doesn't come.
Well, thanks very much for telling us about that, and I wish you the best of luck for the rest of the competition, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, as you can see there from the footage, it's been an absolutely incredible semi-final round earlier on today. It's been super hard, but now we have the privilege of being joined by semi-finalist Rustam Gelmanov. Welcome, nice to have you with us.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Now then, Rustam, how did it go for you in the semi-final? We saw you climbing earlier on, but sadly you didn't make it through into the final. How do you feel it went? What was your favourite boulder, or what wasn't your favourite boulder?
Yeah, of course, we slightly tired after semi-qualification yesterday, and semi-final was really nice, really good boulders. Actually 4 minutes not enough for me for these boulders because it's a slightly different style, and like a first boulder and third boulder, quite a lot of compression, and it's not my. But second, I'm so happy that I did the second one. It's like really perfect boulder.
Yeah, you had a really good time on that boulder,
and
yeah?
actually last one I understood that I have had only last chance to reach a final, and I pushed myself till the limit, and I tried to reach it all, but unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, Rustam, I want to ask you about tonight's finalists. We're going to start with the women's, the top 3 women. I'm just going to read the list here. Top 3, super strong. Julia Worm, Melissa Lenev, and Petra Klinger. Can you give us a prediction who you think are out those top 3? You know, can you see an outright winner there?
Yeah, of course, not easy to say. Depends what will be in the final, which kind of boulders. It's quite a different style of climbing of participants, like Melissa and Petra. Yeah, I'm cheering for Petra because she has an injury. That will be cool. She will be first.
Definitely. All right, let's focus on the men then. Unfortunately, like Gaz said, you didn't quite make it today, but it won't stop you giving us a prediction, hopefully. Top 3 men, Jan Hoyer, Michael Picaru, and Jongwon Chong. Can you pick a winner for us in there? Obviously, these guys are so strong.
Yeah, I think Jongwon looks really solid, but nobody knows what happens. But I'm pretty sure that he will be first.
Good. Well, it's nice that you can actually give us a prediction. Obviously, you know the athletes so well. You compete with them all around the world. It's a really cool insight.
And Rustam, it's less than 3 weeks now until the start of the IFSC Boulder World Cup season, which you're competing in, right?
Yeah, of course.
So what will you do now, between then and now, do you think? Will you be training, resting, or what's
I will
next?
training hard. I think it's necessary for me to train hard, mostly in a competition style, like only a few tries and try to do like best.
Train for competition specifically as much as possible.
Like a simulation.
And you'll train back home, or will you be coming over to Sheffield?
I can, yeah, maybe for a few days. Why
Nice.
not? Yeah, I prefer to training more before season because in the season we can training properly.
It's
Like
hard.
in China, in Japan, in Japan it's good gyms, but in China no gyms at all, and not so much.
So get all the training in now.
I would like to do more volumes of training.
Perfect.
Cool. Lastly, Rustam, have you any advice that you'd like to give to young climbers or people that are thinking about getting into competitions or just improving a little bit?
I think really important to understand that everything really simple. You just try harder, and because limit really high, you know, you can do much more than you think. It's really important to understand for young generation, because they think like, oh, it's really strong climbers, they're really far, but actually they the same like a simple people and just normal.
I love that from Rustam. At the end of the day, all it comes down to is just trying hard. Rustam, thank you so much for joining us. Just stay with us for a minute. We're going to move on and talk about the Olympics now. Obviously, Shauna, 2020 is going to be a huge year for sports climbing. Obviously, it's the first year that climbing becomes an Olympic sport. There's a few rule changes just been announced by the IFFC. One of them is the timing for the finals, and here at the Climbing Works, the QIF, we're going to be tonight using the new timing format, which is 4 minutes dead. We're going to explain a little bit more about that slightly later on. But Shauna, how do you think these changes will affect kind of bouldering, competition climbing, and going forward towards the Olympics?
So just talking about that 4 minutes rule, in the past we've had 4+. So if your time runs out and your 4 minutes is up whilst you're on the boulder, you can continue climbing until that attempt's over. With the new rule, it's 4 minutes dead. So if you're climbing and that 4 minutes is up, no matter how close you are to tapping the boulder, it's over. So that's your attempt done. So the judge has got to call you off. If you carry on climbing and top it, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So it's going to make things quite exciting. 4 minutes really doesn't feel that long when you're having attempts out there. And say you take 3 minutes on one attempt, you've only got a minute left to get back on and have a go. So it's gonna change things up a little bit.
There is a lot of changes, and we've got a little bit more footage coming about the Olympics slightly later on. But yeah, tonight's the first competition, a kind of international format competition where we have the new timing system. It's going to be super interesting.
I think whatever your opinion of the new rule change, it's a really exciting time for climbing and for the the whole sport in general.
Yep.
Moving to the Olympics is definitely a very big thing, and all the sports that were shortlisted for the Olympics have all put a lot of effort into promoting stuff. And what we're going to look at now is a quick little film by George Upson of Climb 2020, who put in a great effort in making and supporting the climbing into the Olympic movement.
It's crazy to think that I could represent Great Britain at the Olympics. It's always been a dream of mine. Being a sporty little kid, I've always wanted to be an Olympian of some sort, and to be an Olympian for climbing would just be amazing, because climbing is something that I love with my whole heart. So to be able to compete in a competition as famous and well received as the Olympics would just be my life goal achieved, I guess.
All right, guys. Shauna, now we've watched some footage of the Olympics. We've talked about it a little bit. I want to know your personal opinion, and Gaz, I want to know your personal opinion when you're going to be entering the Olympics in 2020.
This is such an exciting time for our sport. You know, when I started climbing, I mean, it's nearly 20 years ago now, I never imagined I'd see climbing become part of the Olympics during my professional career. So it's something I've never even considered, and now all of a sudden our sport is going to the Olympic Games. So yeah, it's quite daunting and a very, very crazy. It all seems to have happened really quickly, but it is the 3 disciplines. So to compete at the Olympics, you need to perform in speed, lead and boulder. So it's a combination medal, which currently isn't really a thing in our sport. You know, we have a combination medal for the World Championships, but we don't have many events like that. So it's going to see big changes in our sport, and yeah, I think no one knows what's going to happen right now, but it's going to be exciting, definitely.
It definitely is going to be exciting. Gaz, you're previously winner of the British bouldering lead and speed, believe it or not.
All on separate occasions.
Can you see yourself entering Tokyo
Up
2020?
for 2020, hey?
I'd like to be involved in some way, shape or form, but I don't really think I'll be competing there. But one of the interesting chats I had earlier on with some of the younger Swiss team here about what they're competing in at the moment, and they are training and competing already. They're 18, 19 years old, and they're competing in all 3 disciplines. And I asked them, is that the norm for you guys now? And yes, in Switzerland, that is the norm, and that's the way they're directing themselves.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is currently in the UK anyway, the facilities is potentially what's holding some of the competitors back from being able to train. You know, take London, for example, no speed wall.
Not having an official speed wall, I think it's going to be I think we're going to see a lot of change across the face of the sport, and I think Swiss especially, they've got a good backing, like Petra, for example, competing here in the final tonight. She's done incredibly well in speed, lead and boulder, even ice climbing previously. You know, she's a very well-rounded climber, so they have a history of performing across disciplines. There are a few climbers who do cross over the disciplines, but there aren't many. So yeah, I don't think there's anyone who you could say right now who you'll see at the top of the podium, because it's so new, which does make it exciting. But at the end of the day as well, our sport on an Olympic stage, it's going to reach so many people. I think climbing is absolutely amazing, and I want everybody to go and try it. So the more people our sport reaches, the more people that get into sport and lead a healthier lifestyle, that can only be a good thing, surely.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And I mean, looking at certain athletes, someone like Sean McCall in the men's in the World Championships in Paris took away what we call the overall title, which is taking part in lead, speed and boulder. So someone like Sean is doing well at three disciplines, but there's not many currently. And do you think there's time for these guys and girls to get really good at all the three disciplines, guys?
Yeah, I think there is actually. Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to be very, very focused. People that have a little bit of experience at speed can obviously pick that up quite quickly, because it's a very fixed style, fixed movement, fixed track. I think you need to be better in one of the other formats to really be focusing on a gold medal, because speed you can improve on.
Yeah, it's so hard to know really what's going to happen. It's so new for all of us, really. Sean, so Gazzy's saying about the speed athletes, would you say that kind of the speed athletes are almost at a disadvantage because they you know, it's potentially much harder to get good at leading and bouldering than it is for the boulders and leaders to get good at speed?
It's going to definitely be interesting to see how athletes transfer across the different disciplines, because I mean, boulderers, we often see boulderers and lead climbers flicking between but the two disciplines. We rarely see speed climbers coming into either of those disciplines. So yeah, I mean, I think at the moment it looks like speed climbers will be at a disadvantage. They climb a set route, it's the same every time, so the skill base is very different from what's required. With boulder and lead, you have to be prepared for every eventuality when you walk out there on the mat. We never know what we're going to be faced with, whereas speed climbing is different. But I can also see why speed climbing really fits with the Olympics, and it'll look good on that stage. But yeah, nobody knows what's going to happen.
All right, let's move on from the Olympics. We want to talk a little bit more about the style differences in climbers. It's always a hot topic out there.
Sure is.
Style differences, and tonight, you know, we've got a lot of different climbers, different shapes and sizes. And to me, I find it really interesting. Gaz, what about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, it's totally fascinating that people can switch between different disciplines. Somebody like Sean can be competing at his absolute max on the boulders, and the following weekend he can do the same on routes as well. Adam Ondra, exactly the same, but a completely different build. Super tall, super gangly. Very interesting.
Guys, just to interrupt, I'm hearing in my ear that they are announcing tonight's finalists, so we are going to cut to that straight away. We're going to come back to this. So you can see there, guys, on the wide shot, this is the first opportunity you've had a chance to look at the wide screen. Huge crowd packed in here tonight, and it's absolutely blasting already. The crowd is so psyched. And Gaz, let's have a look through the competitors then. The women are currently being pronounced alongside the men. So currently out then we have Sol Saar from Korea, Julia Kruder, Michaela Tracy, and in the men's, just getting announced then, Jone Kruder, Alex Magos, Matt Cousins. The big man, Jan Hoyer, is out.
Jan Hoyer's out there. Look at the difference in the heights there. Talking about these comparisons between climbers, Jan Hoyer standing next to Matt Cousins. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's such an incredibly strong field tonight. You know, you could mistake this for a World Cup final easily. Just such a strong field. And what's interesting is a few guys, Julia Worm, Shauna and Melissa Lenev, who actually retired from World Cup climbing.
Yeah, it's great to see them back
here.
Come
in for this.
I've competed with both Melissa and Julia many, many times, and I love competing with them. It's always so much fun in ISO, and yeah, it's really changing the events, not having them around anymore, but it's great to have them back competing. I mean, it says a lot about the QIF, how many people it brings out of retirement.
Well, just look at the level that Julia's climbed to in the past. Obviously, world champion in Munich. Absolutely amazing.
Incredible.
All right, guys, now that we're going to be, the guys are in the observational period, so just whilst they're doing that, we are going to explain to you guys at home the rules for tonight's finals, something we recorded earlier for you. Tonight's final will be an international World Cup style event. 6 men and 6 women will be competing over 4 boulders. The climbers will climb as a group, tackling each boulder at a time, and they have the 4-minute format. The 4-minute format is new, and it's a new IFSC rule. Climbers will be using the clock as referenced in the top corner. 4 minutes means they have to finish the boulder dead on 4 minutes. The old 4 minutes plus format is out, and the new 4 minutes format is in.
Each boulder has 4 pieces of tape at the start, and that marks where your hands and feet need to go before you can start climbing. You can see here there's 1 on this hold, 2 on the volume just here, and 1 on this volume. Next up is the bonus, and that's marked in a different coloured tape. You can see it marked here in red, and then the finish hold is also marked with tape at the very top of the wall, generally with the same colour as the start holds.
The male group and the female group climb at the same time on the wall on different problems. It makes for a super exciting event. Tonight's final is going to be absolutely amazing. Okay, hopefully that gives you guys at home a little bit of a rundown of how it's going to work. Now, the guys are at the moment, they're in the observational period. That means that they have 2 minutes per boulder just to check them out. And obviously this is a really tricky time. This is where you've got to really make the most of those 2 minutes.
Yeah, so it's very different to the other rounds. You know, they're all on site in the World Cup anyway, qualification and semi-finals. These guys didn't get to see their semi-final bowlers. They walk out and have to perform. But here they get to discuss them, look at them and plan what to do, and then get 4 minutes to climb them.
Okay, I mean, obviously this is their time to check them out, and you were part of the setting team earlier in the week when they had a look. We are now going to check back to see how that testing process went.
Hi, my name's Shauna Coxey and we're at the Climbing Works today. It's the Thursday just before the QIF, so we're testing and setting the finals boulders today, and it's pretty intense, so I better get on with testing. I'm here with Percy Bishton, and he's one of the owners of the Climbing Works, and he's one of the route setters here today, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what they've been getting up to.
We've been putting holes on the climbing wall to make some nice finals for everybody in the finals of the QIF. It's going all right, a bit slow, yeah, but we're getting there. It's a big job this year because the level is going to be very high because there's lots of very, very good people coming. Hopefully there'll be different styles, so there'll be some dynamic ones, some technical ones, some powerful ones, some not powerful ones, you know, like there's a bit of everything.
And then there's some really dirty ones that you've set, hey?
They're not mine. Well, no, there is one or two that are a bit filthy, yeah, but I mean that's my special skill, yeah. Now I'm old and I don't have any power anymore, I just go for filth, yeah.
We've just about finished with the finals boulders now. It's almost 4 o'clock and we've got all of semis left to set, so I better go get on with it.
Well, that was a sneaky peek behind the scenes of what goes on in the route setting world. It's definitely fun out there.
Yeah, so you guys can now see I believe they're very close to the end of the observational period. Like we said earlier, this is really key for these climbers, and it's a really great element of the sport. For those who have not seen this observational period before, Shauna, it's super cool. You've obviously been in this situation a lot.
Many times,
We'll
yeah.
come back to that question in a minute. Let's have a look at the start list. Shauna, I mean, what a stacked female field.
It's incredible. It is pretty much a World Cup final out there. I really can't wait to see how these climbers get on the boulders. You know, we've got an incredible representation of international climbers here as well, from all over the world competing right now.
Every one of those has been in World Cup finals.
Yeah,
That is
Michaela Tracy
pretty
in the
clear.
World Championship final,
Yeah.
but yeah, everyone's been in a
And it's
World
great
final.
to see. You know, obviously, we've talked a lot over the last couple of days about how many internationals are, but for Michaela to get through, that's
It's
really
awesome. Yeah, it's really cool. I've been training with Michaela a bit recently, and she's trained so hard for this upcoming season. It's been incredible to see, and yeah, I mean, she's reaping the rewards. You can.
Yeah, and an absolute privilege for us to have Petra Klinger, the world champion.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, she's been on top form, first place all the way through. For you guys who don't know, the women come out in reverse order. So Sol Sao qualified in 6th. She'll be coming out first, and Petra qualified in 1st, and she'll be coming out last.
Yeah.
So we'll have a look at the men's.
And okay, we've got Jørgen Kruder, who's going to come out in first place in the reverse order. And then we're going to finish off with Yongwon Chon. And again, it's such a strong final. Everybody's been into, they're either British champions, national champions, or they've already been into World Cup finals or won World Cups. Yongwon Chon, world champion.
Yeah, and talking of John Won-Chon, he seemed to be in an absolute league of his own, so it's going to be
Sure
really
did.
interesting. Obviously, he totally dominated the qualifiers and the semi-finals. Let's see how he gets on in finals. But, you know, talking to Rustam earlier, it's anyone's game, really. I mean, he had his eyes on Jongwon, but, I mean, it comes down to the style at the end of the day. Anybody can win, and like I say, we've had previous winners in there. Jørgen Kruder's previously won the Quiff. Matt Cousins, the kind of dark horse, the underdog for tonight's finals, the only British climber out there representing Great Britain, so nice one, Matt. Michael Pecorou has been in European Championship finals.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
also great to see Jan back in the final. He missed a few finals last year. He had a hard year last year, but he's looking strong out there. He's absolutely crushing on some of those boulders.
I think Jan's really a crowd favourite as well.
Is he, do you reckon?
Yeah. Well,
What
what-
about
He's
Matt?
a
We've
big
got
friendly guy, isn't he?
got to cheer for the Brit. We're not biased, honestly.
Gaz, we were talking earlier about the differences between the climbers. Unfortunately, we got cut off due, just to the speed of everything happening here. Something like difference in climbers, Jan Hoyer and Matt Cousins. Jan's absolutely massive, and Matt Cousins, you can see there.
6'5", something like that.
Quite.
He's huge. He's huge.
Not
No,
quite.
6'7". Let's face it.
Let's just start the rumours
when,
here.
when he's next to Matt Cousins can't even touch the door until that he walks through.
But oh,
There you go. Look at that.
I think we need to mention Alex Magos' shorts right now as well. Can you see those? They are some impressive shorts going on right there.
I'm pretty sure he's wearing those for a bet.
Alex Magos and Matt Cousins did scrape into the finals just on the last minute of the last boulder. It was a slab, and that got them through. So it's going to be really interesting to see the layout of the finals tonight and see what style suits each climber.
Well, it was very interesting looking at who got into the final there. Basically, if you did block 1, you were in the final. If you did block 4, you were in the final. There was
But
only one
very
person that
different style.
did 2 boulders. Complete different styles. 1 vertical, 1 compression. Opposite ends of the spectrum.
So as you can see, guys, the climbers are making their way to the back benches. They have got their backs to the wall. That is the isolation zone here at the Climbing Works, and the atmosphere is getting
It's
really,
tense,
really
it's
tense. I'm just
tense.
quivering. I cannot wait for this to start. I
so
definitely
excited.
wouldn't want to put some money down on who's going to take this.
I can tell you, sitting in that isolation zone, you're literally a few meters away from the wall. Your back's to the wall, and you can't turn around. You've got to sit there and watch the expressions on the crowd as the competitors are climbing, and when you're out late, you've got to follow that, and it's such a good comp for this.
I know we actually call it isolation zone, but
No,
really,
it's not really,
you
is
are
it?
right in the middle of the action. It's not like you aren't going to hear anything, you aren't going to feel anything. You certainly know what's going on.
You cannot block it out. I think no headphones in the world are good enough to block the Quiff crowd out. They are so loud, and even if you couldn't hear anything, you can see the raw emotion on the faces of the crowd right here. When the climbers get going, you will see how much they get behind them. They really cheer them on. The crowd here is so knowledgeable, and that makes such a difference as a competitor out there on the mat.
I was going to say, you can see the crowd there. It's totally packed to the rafters, and it's great to see you guys tuning in at home. And to be honest, I think you've probably got a better view than a lot of people
Yeah.
in here. There's people climbing all over the walls to have a look. So do get in touch. Use the hashtag Quiff, and when the replays come on, just retweet those. RAB replay, and RAB are giving away, we just heard, £500 worth of RAB stuff, so
Pretty
definitely
good.
retweet those replays.
Yeah, worth
Gaz,
a
get your phone
retweet.
out, we need some of that RAB stuff.
I mean, something we didn't comment on earlier on when they were reviewing the boulders and working them out. They're actually working together, Shauna. It's
Yeah,
not
it's really good to
it's
see.
not an isolated thing out there. Everybody knows each other, and it's quite friendly atmosphere.
It really is, and most of these guys travel on the World Cup circuit together, so a lot of them regular finalists, they'll know each other well. We really get to know each other, and yeah, it's quite friendly out there. It's not too feisty. I mean, we might see if that change a little bit as the competition goes on. but
Maybe
hopefully
the
not.
prize money goes up. Yeah.
All right, guys, it is time. The QIF 2017 Grand Final has started. First climbers out, Solsar from Korea and Jerne Kruder from Slovenia.
Jörn's made a fast start there over in the right-hand side in the
Straight
corner.
on the wall.
Jerne, previous winner of the QIF back in 2011 from Slovenia. Super, super strong, so consistent on the international circuit as well. Here we go.
So this move right here that we just saw Jerne slip off is incredible. It's a Manu Hassler classic, and we could see something amazing.
Let's just cut back to Solsar now. Cruising so far on the first bowl. Incredibly large red holes here. Can she top it? Come on, Sol.
I think she's going to struggle to reach all the way off that toe.
Come on.
Got to be careful here. No.
Nice.
Oh,
No
nice.
problem.
Perfect start for
Still be happy
Solsar.
with that.
Good start. That last hold is a big hole with a small pocket in. You can't quite see right here, but yeah, it's not an easy finish. The route setters did actually tweak this one to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah,
Get them into the groove.
Yeah,
after the
because it was
semi-finals, which was
a
so
brutal
hard.
semi-final.
It's good. I mean, I think it's nice to see a kind of a nice start, get the nerves down, get a few tops under your belt, and
Yeah.
Solsar's done that basically. She can't ask for a better start than that.
Back to the men's final as well. Route setters also tweaked this one to make it a little bit easier because it was the most wild, intense jump at the end. They haven't
Yeah,
made it
this
that
is
much
a-
easier.
this
They've
is
just
a-
made the last hold slightly bigger.
This
And
is
by
a
slightly
killer
bigger,
of a
not
move,
lot.
this. We were watching them last night, me and Michael, trying this boulder, trying to get it right, changing the finishing
And they
hold,
really do
putting the
work
screw
hard to
on,
get it
making a
perfect.
bigger one. And yeah, the amount of time it's put into every boulder problem is ridiculous. Got
My
to get it right.
My shoulder's still hurting from testing this move.
This first
It was,
move.
it's still aching. It was a good
How
test.
did you reach the first starting hole? Could you reach that?
Yeah, I could actually. What are you trying to say? I can touch the door frame.
No, good point.
Matt might
Good
not be
point.
able
You
to.
are taller than Matt Cousins. Yeah, these are not good holes to kick off with, are they? I mean, he knows what to do. He already got really close to the finishing hold. Basically it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Swim up the wall.
I think we're just on 1, 2, 3. Don't over exaggerate, guys. But yeah, he's struggling on this first move this time. Those holds are tiny. They look like they're really positive in-cut edges, but they're not at all. They're not very good.
Yeah, I took a look
And
at
the
those
footholds,
again last
we're
night.
back to the dual texture. But just mean. Just mean. Jerne being sneaky there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if
cheeky
this is
method,
going to
but
help
will
him.
this work? He's got his hands the wrong way around now.
It is? Could it work? No.
I mean,
Yeah.
Jerne is one of the bigger climbers, and he's known for his dynamic skills. You know, he's super good on that sort of style. So if Jerne can't do it,
But he had a really good go first try, and then the second go he didn't seem to be able to get back in, and he's just tried something a little bit different there. Tried to sneak around the beater at the beginning. It didn't seem to quite work. So if he can get back up with his original method, we might see a top.
so you can see on your screen there, Jerne has the bonus. That's the green dash underneath the 4, and he's had currently 4 attempts. So
Come on,
crowds
Jerne.
revving up now for Jerne. They want to see a top now. Absolutely
is
horrific
kicking,
rims
though.
there.
Well, you can see how hard that boulder is. He's basically had like 3 attempts on it, and he's wasted. That's definitely a hard boulder.
12 minutes. Doesn't give you many attempts, does it?
I think that's interesting, Sean. You mentioned the 4 minutes. Now, previously in World Cups last year, we would have said, right, he's got 15 minutes left, get back on, 15 seconds left, get back on
15 minutes?
for
I
another
think he
go.
might need 15 minutes.
He could have had another go, but now 4 minutes dead, that's it, he walks away.
No point in getting back on if you've only got 15 seconds. You're not going to get up there.
Yeah, I mean, it does
Great
make for a
replay.
really quick finals. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
I think you can see Alex Migos there just having a bit of a giggle along with the crowd. Percy on the mic in the arena is just taking the mickey out of him. I think it might have something to do with his shots.
Alex is a local here.
Oh, man.
And not so shabby on the crimp.
Not at all.
That was incredible start from Magos.
He does have he's carrying an injury at the moment on his left hand, his left middle finger, so he's going to be trying to avoid crimping too hard on that finger.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can see he doesn't want to bone down on that left hand. But he's having a good time. I think he might be able to figure out a way around it though without using too much of that left hand.
I think no matter what he does tonight, he's still enjoying himself. Like you said, he's basically a local in Sheffield
He
nowadays.
sure is, yeah. He says whenever he turns up here, he's like, oh, I'm home, I'm home.
Turning back to Yulia Kruder then. Oh! Just drops out the last hold.
Almost made a fast descent of that slab as well, actually.
Really close there. Yulia Kruder then not quite matching Solsar on the first block in the women's. And Magos just loves the campus move at the beginning. That's ridiculous. Come on now, Alex.
Check out the angle of this.
Come on, Alex.
Oh, that's so grim, that hole. Come on, he's lining it up.
That's not the correct method, is it?
It's not, no, you are supposed to start with your left palm on the left hold, your right hand, to put the foot up, not just campus, and then go right hand over
right
the
hand
top,
again,
so it's
yeah.
really shouldery on the left shoulder.
So he's ending up
It's
in a
hard
really
move.
stretched position there,
He is, yeah.
unable to get onto the volume
Alex
properly.
actually has exactly the same span as I do. So yeah, he definitely can do it the other way. And he should be quite comfy in there, but I don't know if he's seen it, but he also doesn't want to crimp too hard on that left
Yeah,
hand.
I think you can see
You
he's
can
almost
see he's
looking at
holding
that hold
back.
and thinking, you know what, I've got an on-site at 9A tomorrow, so I'll probably stay off that crimp.
He wants to get on the Beastmaker board.
Alex is having such a good laugh with the crowd here tonight. It's brilliant.
Well, this is what it's all about at the end of the day. I think you've got to enjoy what you're doing, otherwise it's just not fun anymore.
See him
He
open
certainly
handed on
loves
that
it.
left hand.
Yeah.
Come on now,
so
Alex, come
strong
on.
though.
That's a hard position to generate out of.
He
That
hasn't-
right foot is so low.
And he hasn't tried the other method still. I'm not sure if he's not seen it or if he doesn't want to go that way because of his finger. But despite his injury, he's done
Yeah.
incredibly well
Yeah.
to be in this
Of
final
course.
with
Yeah,
such
yeah,
an
yeah.
incredibly stacked field.
Here we go then, back with Yulia Kruder. She's made a couple of good efforts so far. One attempt so far, I think. Just fell off the last hold. So can she nail it this time? Solsar used a sneaky toe hook on the right.
You really want that toe hook
Yeah.
there because that last hold, it's good, but it's not that good. And it's really specific. There's the pocket in the big hold. You really want to make sure that you hit it perfectly, which she hasn't quite
I
managed
think
to do.
what she's doing also is she's very, very focused on that finishing hold here.
Yeah,
and
if
just
she put
not
that right
looking to
toe
the
hook
right.
in,
Yeah,
if she got it in, then she could reach round slowly, I think.
she's easily going to reach it off that toe hook as well.
Yeah.
She's very tall.
But also, maybe she can't fit in with the little left foot. She might not quite fit into that space.
Yeah, yeah.
But Sassol is also one of the taller girls, so
Yeah, it's just
Really
maybe it's the
brilliant.
experience there from Sasso. Lots of competitions, lots of World Cups recently. Maybe
Yeah,
she's just that
like
a
we
little bit
said.
calmer. Crowd's not getting to her
a
quite.
bit older, done more events. Julia is only 18 years old, so
Yeah.
I think we've got a lot to see coming from her. She's previously made a World Cup final, and I think we'll see a lot more from her.
Yeah. Here we go, great angle then from Alex Magos. Can he make this triple jump? You can see him just really unsure about that left hand, ring finger
Yeah.
injury, not happy up there. So you can see just 22 seconds left, that's 22 seconds to pull on and top. So it's looking unlikely for Magos
Yeah.
here on this first
And we
boulder.
can see
Yeah, walks
it's-
away.
We're not going right to the buzzer. It's
Yeah.
not. It's a very different atmosphere in here. You know that the time runs down and the climbers are kind of almost walking away before their time's even up. So it's very different to the 4+ format that we've had previously.
Yeah. Right, out next then, it's the Brits. The pair of Brits coming out together, Michaela
I
Tracy
think we might
from
have
Sheffield.
a crowd favourite here,
And-
Michaela Tracy.
Yeah, the underdog Matt Cousins, his first ever Quiff final, and he wants it.
He'll be psyched. This boulder could suit Matt if he really commits to that tap move. Well, the crowd are loud cheering for Michaela, she's local here.
Yeah, the crowd really live up for the Brits, and that's what we want to see. Obviously, we're not biased in any way whatsoever.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
Cousins doing well then.
Awesome start for Matt, who couldn't actually reach that first starting hole.
maybe I couldn't reach it. Maybe I had to jump.
That was like a
That's the
campus
move.
palm
it's
down.
A tricky move there.
I just spoke to Matt earlier before the finals, and he said, yeah, he's so psyched to make it to the finals, and it means a lot to him. He's not done any internationals recently, so he's currently unseeded on the world stage.
Yeah, I was chatting to him and he was saying, oh, I think I just got lucky. And I was like, come on, Matt, give yourself a bit
No,
more
Matt.
credit than that. You didn't just get lucky. You climbed really well on that final slab. And
Matt
that's why
puts
we're
the
there.
effort in, he doesn't get lucky.
Back to Michaela, looking so solid, so composed.
Yeah.
Looking
She's
straight
seen
at that toe hook.
straight there. She knows how to do this.
Come on, Michaela. Come on, finish it off. Come on.
Come on.
She's
Bit of
just
hesitation
eyeballing
here.
it.
Come on, Michaela.
We want to see a flash, Michaela. Come on.
Oh, just coming up
I
short.
think when we
There, I think this might be the wave. She can. Oh, back down.
back for a shakeout.
Michaela is
Oh,
really going to
Neil.
know that the attempt's going to account here. Come on, Michaela. The crowd's right behind her. Come on.
Hopefully she can reach it.
Oh, and that was so interesting seeing that and comparing it to Solsar. Like, she made that second to last hold look like a jug.
But Sassol as well. There was no hesitation there. There
Yeah.
was there was almost no nerves. It looked like she was so confident in her movement. And Michaela there, we saw that hesitation so obviously. And I think if she just kept that toe hook and had a bit more commitment.
I can't help but think that's a little bit of a rewind to last year with Michaela Tracy there. Fell off the 2 final holds last year in the finals. Dropped the last moves twice. So here we go with Cousins then back into the crimps. And he's good on this style. Come on, Matt. Come on,
It's
he's happy on
interesting
these
now 'cause the
volumes.
crowd know the beater that works, which isn't the original beater, and they're getting behind him. But I do think they want to end up the hand.
Yeah, I
the
think
left
it
hand
works
needs
to
be
get the
out.
bonus, but it's not going to
Yeah,
work
but
to
it's not
go
going
any
to work to
higher.
get the next few moves.
You just that left hand's so low, you're not going to be able to generate anything.
And you can't move it up to the next crimp. It doesn't quite work. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see Matt figure it out and get
Yeah,
stuck in on that.
At least
1,
it's
2, 3.
located the bonus.
I think
That's the starting point.
Matt's got a bit of a history of leaving things right to the death on his attempt, so let's see if he's well aware of this 4-minute rule, and
Is he a crowd
hopefully,
pleaser?
yeah, he likes to just string it out for everybody, makes his
Likes to
girlfriend
make us suffer a little bit.
yeah, suffer. So it's great to see a pair of Brits here in the final, then surrounded by other internationals. So these guys, 4 boulders to compete against tonight, 6 climbers to work out our podiums. And what a strong field it is. Matt Cousins then pulls on for another burn.
That's an insane start.
Come on, Matt.
That
over
certainly
you go.
is a hard start.
Come on, Matt. So strong. Oh,
Yeah, he was trying to get
that
himself
next
into the right
move
sequence
is,
there.
It's really hard. That is the right sequence, though. You have to get that crimp. And for me, my left shoulder, it turned in, and then I really had to work hard to turn it out the other way to then release and come into that match.
Here we go, then Michaela's on for another go. So currently a 3rd attempt. Come on, Michaela. Come on. Solsar really
Sol
smashed it. She
definitely
needs
isn't a
this.
Straight into the high hook.
Into the
She knows what
heel.
she's got to do. Positive.
Reaching it off the heel.
Yes.
Nice.
With ease.
And the crowd are going mental.
She's psyched. The crowd are happy. Matt's back on in the corner.
It's all eyes on Matt then. 10 seconds left pretty much. Is it going to be enough? Come on, Matt. 8
Come on,
seconds.
Matt.
Come on. Oh, no. He did well. He got the bonus, but one move too many there for Matt Cousins. Let's have a look at Michaela's top. Remember, guys, use the hashtag RabReplay. Retweet these for your chance to win £500 worth of Rab stuff.
Well, that little bit of
She is
hesitation,
happy
like
with
you
that.
said, Shauna, I think killed it on the first go.
Yeah.
And that second time, bang, 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 positive, really fast, straight through to the finishing hole.
I'm surprised she reached that off the heel, actually. She is a taller climber, but still a long way away.
It's interesting. This start is really kind of causing some confusion. Jesus, how's he get his foot up there?
I might have moved that handhold a bit higher, because I could definitely reach it originally.
Here we go, then the big man, Jan Hoyer, the super strong German. Surely if
Looking a
this
lot-
move suited anybody, it's him. Come
a
on,
lot
Jan.
happier in that space, isn't he?
Oh, gone into the
nice.
clock sequence.
Doing a
Come
training
on.
circuit on this problem.
Hey,
Right,
you've got to
let's
get
see.
traded in. Oh, I think we might see you get top.
Went
That
for the
was
mega
way-
slam dunk.
That was great, a sequence in that start section. I mean, it works with a taller climber.
There we go, and then Yuli Worm looking good also. Oh, no, just slipped.
It's almost like that little button on the arete there is like a little red herring. You put your foot on that, it doesn't really help.
For me, it worked really well actually, because I had my left foot on the button and my right toe hook in, and I fit into the space quite well. I think for the taller climbers, you want to leave your left foot on the handhold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for Eula, she's quite short actually. She's quite a bit shorter than I am, so she'll want a foot on that little button and a right toe hook in to be able to lean around the corner.
Okay, yeah.
Here we go then, back with the big man, the big German, Jan Hoyer. Really good effort on his first go. He actually got really close to the finish hold. There's 3 volumes in a line there. He just powered straight through from the second one all the way to the top. So and I believe it is a massive sinker jug at the top. So
It's huge.
it's going to be a totally wild move if someone nails it.
That these boys don't know about. There's actually a screw screwed inside the jug to make
Oh.
it even better, just so you can latch onto it, because that move is totally wild.
Here we go then. Jan Hoyer's back on great angle now. Aiming for that blue hole. Come on!
Had to be. He went with his left
Fingertips.
hand from lower down there.
I'm pretty sure he can do this.
So close to
Oh,
that.
I hope we see a top.
I think what might happen though, going from so low with his feet so low, he'll hit that top hold and possibly end up in the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you can't move your feet.
Yeah.
If he gets back into the position he was in originally, his feet are perfect. They need to be low. I mean, I got up there and was like, oh, no thanks. I'm all right. I don't want to try that. Leave it to you boys.
I'm going down.
We
Gonna
left
have a-
Manu to test this one.
Yeah.
And,
Let's have another look then at Jan's attempt here, how close he was. You can really see its fingertips, and he has a minute 30 left currently, so we can have a little look back.
Great flexibility. It's going from low again.
Oh, you can see he was actually missing that right hand. It's supposed to be left hand, left hand finish jug, but he's just skipping that. Oh, so just off screen we
Yuli
missed
Worm
it.
still on the mat there.
We had Yuli Worm, she has 3 attempts down already, but we turn our attention back to Jan
Here he goes
Hoyer.
again, winding
Come on.
up.
Look at that. I think he wants that right foot up. He knows it. He's got a minute to go. There goes the buzzer for 1 minute left.
It's hard not to get overexcited here when the big man's so close to this finish hold.
And with the crowd are literally right behind us, we can hear them, we can feel the tension in the air. They're getting just as excited as we are.
I think if there was ever a block designed for this man to send, it is this, and he knows it.
He's just taking his time,
Deep breath.
walking that clock down a little bit.
He suddenly got a little bit more serious, and you can see it on his
Yeah.
face. He's looking.
He
like,
knows he
okay,
can do
right,
it. He
it's
knows he
time
can
now.
do it.
Come on now,
Yuli not
Yuli
getting
Worm.
the toe hook in.
Oh,
Strong, so strong.
Nicely
good
done.
top, back to Jan. This
It's all
is it.
action though.
Oh,
no. He's
Wanna
just
get
running
back
out of
on?
power.
15 seconds.
Can he have
I
enough
don't-
time? 10 seconds.
No.
Oh no, it's not meant
Such
to
a shame that
be.
we won't see another attempt there. That time is running out fast.
Well, I mean, what do you reckon the route setters are thinking now? We had a little look
I
back
think
at their process, and
they'll be crossing their fingers that
Yeah.
this one works. I think they'll be crossing. Like, we know it works. We've seen the routes at one of the Manu. He's
Just as
done the
we-
move, so we know it's possible.
Yeah.
I
just
think
as
they'll
we
be.
have a look back here, Shauna, at Yuli's attempt, it was really cool how she just had so much strength in the sort of pinch on the top
Yeah.
of the right hand.
So much tension through,
yeah,
between
didn't
the
even-
hand and the foot when she hit the hold.
Didn't even need the toe hook like we saw in the other competitors using.
2 new climbers out.
She might have been a little bit short to keep that toe hook in all honesty. She is a shorter climber.
Another retired World Cup climber, Melissa Leneve. Block 1.
Retired, but not due to the fact that she's weak, because she's so strong in the semi-finals.
I think retired due to she's moved to Fontainebleau and has loads and loads of boulders to climb.
yeah,
Good
she's
comp
so strong.
experience there. You see them right in the
Thumb
bolt
straight
hole.
in the bolt hole.
So we can't use the bolt holes that are in the panels on the wall, but bolt holes in holds are fair game. You can get right in there.
Here we go then, Melissa.
See,
Then on her
straight
first.
to the heel.
Heel,
Come on, Melissa.
toe hook.
Oh,
So
super experience.
So strong.
Beautiful.
Casual.
Superb effort there from Melissa.
I do think maybe we could see Melissa with the title this evening. She's been climbing really well recently. Recently climbed V14, one of a handful of women to do so. And yeah, I mean, to do that in Fontainebleau as well is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, Mechanic Elementaire is quite a hard boulder by the looks of it.
Sure
had
is.
had a tussle.
Long as well.
Yeah, had a big
Big,
tussle with
big,
the last
big
move.
moves.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a great story that. Great story. Probably one of the first women to climb 8B in Font. Definitely the first woman to climb 8B+.
All right, it's great to hear from you guys on the hashtag Quiff and hashtag RabReplay. It's good to hear from Laura Barton. Thanks for watching. Ridiculously hard bouldering. That's pretty much sums up the Quiff, I think. So the next climbers out then, we have Michael Picaroo.
Great shot of the crowd behind him there. It is packed. This space isn't that big, but everywhere you could possibly see from, there are people hanging off all the walls to be able to see the action.
So this guy's an absolute beast as well. A really young guy. And let's see what he can make of men's one.
Shunning that palm down still.
Yeah, it's really, the start of this boulder is really it's really interesting. People using different methods. Some people just seem so happy to campus their way through it, but then they get lost. They don't get to use that left hand, and the others just looking for the palm down option to make sure they can kind of use every hold, follow what the route set is intended.
Yeah, I mean, I love that about bouldering and climbing in general. You know, you see so many different methods and so many different ways to climb a boulder, and often you see climbers and the route setters won't even have fathomed that was possible. So yeah, I mean, great to see them all figuring out their own way up here.
Here we go, and the Italian's going to pull on for another go. Come on. Crowd's right behind him. Oh, but he's got to find that left foot, I think, down on that starting volume, otherwise he's going nowhere.
Those feet have got to stay on. You know, you're not going to hold slopers like that on that angle without the feet on. 1 minute left for Michael. Big go now.
Come on, the crowd really want to see some tops on this first boulder.
Let's try the Alex Migos method. Yeah, no.
He realised it wasn't Alex Migos halfway through that move.
Well, he didn't have the shorts, does he?
Interestingly, there's only 2 bits of tape on the start of this boulder.
Yeah, I have to be honest, I've not seen that before. So I don't know, we're going to have to check the rule book on that one.
In the rules, in the IFSC rules, but it's on the IFSC calendar. But we're not in a World Cup here, so they don't have to abide by all of the rules, clearly.
Yeah, he also doesn't look too happy though. He looks like he needs to kind of do the splits a bit more, like we saw the other competitors doing, and getting the left foot out. But
well, we saw Matt
he needs to be able to do the splits first. So if you can't do it, you're not going to be able to do it out there.
Yeah, well, we saw Matt get into that splits position, and also Alex as well, quite comfortable in there.
Here we go then, the dominator from the qualifiers and the semi-finals.
Final opportunity to see a top on this boulder.
Jongwon Chon, the final competitor out, and Petra Klinger, the current world champion, coming out in the women. So the final pair on the first boulders here for the grand final of QIF 2017. Obviously these guys read these boulders, they had 2 minutes to look at them. Not so many holes to look at on this one though, you just got to smash it out.
What's the money on here, Michael?
Yeah, I reckon this guy's got it. If anybody's got it, it's this guy. Come on, Jongwon Chon, we want to see a top. Come on, the crowd's really behind him. They know if anybody can do it, it's him. Look at the strength of this guy, he's absolutely savage.
He's at left foot on.
Come on.
No left foot.
Oh.
Right idea though.
Yeah, I think he needs his left foot on there. It's all wrong with the right foot. But Petra Klinger then, world champion, qualified in the top spot, looking super solid, no problems.
Great to see them take that heel hook, and without even watching, just turn into a toe.
Exactly the same as Melissa.
Really,
exactly
really
the same.
Casual.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like the women's boulder number one, so that's 4 out of 6 girls flashed that, I do believe. Nope, sorry, correct that. 3 out of 4. 3 out, Jesus. We'll start over. Long day. 3 out of 6 flashed out.
Yeah, I think it was quite a nice start for the women there after such a brutal semi-final round that took place just earlier today. These competitors did 30 qualification boulders. Jongwon Chon here, the only person to top all 30 of those qualification boulders. And then this morning they had a really hard semi-final, had a few hours off, and they're back in for finals.
Yeah, the fitness of these guys is amazing, really. It's good to see guys getting in touch once again. Thanks for watching.
That was the intended method.
Yeah,
we
this
made
is the method that I was seeing last night from Manu and the testing.
That left foot on? Is that
Went for the triple catch.
He's jumping off just one leg there. He's not got his left toe on.
Yeah, when they were playing with this boulder last night, and Manu was ending up doing it off just the right leg.
Just the right leg, just flicking with the left foot.
But he was doing more of a swing with that left leg, just trying to throw some momentum. Yeah.
Great
It's almost
replay
crimping
here.
that first flat hold volume there. I reckon he could do this, guys. What do you reckon?
I hope we see
I
it.
think
I
this
really
is possible. I mean, all these climbers know these volumes so well, but it's just not very common to have them on such a steep angle.
That is very true, and it's warm out there as well.
So with no top so far in the men's boulder one, realistically the attempts don't really matter at this stage on this boulder. It's all about getting a top, and that will shoot them straight to leaderboard and put him in an incredibly strong position with only 4 finals boulders to tackle. Jongwon then, a minute 20-ish still to go. Come on, the crowd is just waiting for this guy to pull back on. Going to rip the roof off if he nails this finish.
He knows what to do. He certainly knows what to do.
Get to see it.
Really taking his time. You can see everybody's just holding their breath for Jongwon Chon here. Come on.
That's it.
Bam, bam, bam.
Hopefully it'll be a bum 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 and the biggest
Sometimes
fist
you're
bump
waiting
you'll
for
ever
that
see.
buzzer to just go to say, let's go.
Come on, John Monchon.
Oh, I really want him to do it. It'd be so cool.
Come on now.
Looking
This is
incredibly
it.
strong.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, not quite.
He's really struggling to go up.
Yeah.
At the moment he's going outwards just because of the steepness of the wall.
I think, like Gaz was saying, that left leg swing,
Yeah, he just doesn't seem to
This is the
quite
last
get in the
over.
upwards momentum, is he?
25 seconds.
It's all
And
or
the
nothing in this
time
attempt
is
now
done.
then.
The crowd want to see it.
That release is unbelievable. Come on!
Oh, no!
Oh, it's a real shame. It's not meant to be. Men's one goes unclimbed. Root setters will be kicking themselves, but it's so difficult to get this level perfect.
I mean, these guys were really close to that. Obviously, we saw some good touches on the top hold from Jan Hoyer, and he really knows that he could do it. I'm pretty sure we might even see him back on it after the competition just to nail the boulder.
So after the first boulder then, we can have a look at the summary of the results. We can see Petra Klinger there, Melissa Leneve and Sol Saar currently joint first. Countback means they're positioned 1, 2, 3, but all flashed the first boulder.
You know, there's a great thing about them all being split in the semi-finals as well. We can go to count back if needed.
Yeah. And that currently shows the attempts on the bonus. So yeah, all to play for in both comps. So Sol Saar pulls on the first look at women's number 2 on the
Ooh.
far right hand side.
And this hold is dirty. Percy's into his nasty little crimps at the moment, and that hole she's reaching up for has got a really sharp edge that we all ended up holding the back of the hole with our thumb on the sharp edge because it was just too much to handle.
Which is quite impressive, really, because Percy, as a setter, has got massive fingers. And
He
he's-
has, but he
yeah.
loves the sharpest, tiniest crimps. We're going to see some more on the guys a little bit later on, so yeah, this is what he's had in store for the girls.
I think that's what comes from being a root setter with a load of gritstone right on your doorstep, and you're so used to pebbles and small crimps, then you just transfer that to your indoor setting sometimes. This is a vertical wall, so you know the holds are going to be small.
It's a great effort there. We're just seeing on the Twitter, great effort for someone to be here watching the semi-finals and then burn home to Glasgow to check the finals. That's the commitment
Wow,
we
good
want to
effort.
see.
Shrimp on a crimp, I think that was on Twitter.
I've not crimped many shrimps in my time.
No, but have you ever seen a shrimp on a crimp?
So we can see Jerne Kruger flying into shot there. Another dynamic move in the men's category. And you can see from the right-hand hold there, it's so grim, that hold. Dual texture, just the tiniest little bit. These new flat hold holds are just so bad, but perfect for a competition.
Interesting method here from Sassol on the start. We actually started crossed hands because that's quite a big span. She has got a really big span, so she's able to reach across there with no problem. Yeah, and then you want to bump that right foot all the way to the top of the right volume in order to reach up. She needs a left hand on the volume though. She's not going to reach it off that foothold, I don't think. So yeah, you see her there trying to just move it off the foothold, but she does
Off
need
the
to start
foothold,
bumping
but
it up
onto the black
onto
part
the black
of the volume was going to
yeah.
give her that reach.
So
yeah.
right foot to the top of the low volume, left hand bump up, and then you can reach that from there.
Okay, so
in
it's going to be
theory.
our first view of men's 2 with Jerne Kruger.
That is
Sorry,
a
a
small
few
hold.
goes already.
This is a wild move. We'll get to see this now. Hopefully. It is a very powerful move on the right arm. Huge leg flick again.
Bit of a
Into-
theme here
into
tonight.
a good
We've had
hold. There's actually a
nice
good hold on the
warm-up
wall.
press on the left hand, and then a nice warm-up move for power on the right arm
Yeah,
now.
they're
So
going to have a sore elbow maybe tomorrow,
Yeah,
and their
possibly.
biceps are aching from
completely
this move.
broken by tomorrow.
No doubt they'll all be down here training again though.
I know Rustam will be.
Yeah, he's psyched to get on the Beastmaker
Total
board.
machine.
Can't wait.
So guys, do remember when we get those replays up, retweet those, hashtag RabReplay. There's £500 worth of Rab stuff up for grabs tonight. Here we go, Jerne then, the first look at this move.
So here, he really needs to swing his left leg into that volume and stab his left
Yeah.
toe onto the volume to keep him on the wall. But that hold is tiny.
Got to
That
kick the
crimp he's
volume,
pulling off.
stem the spin.
They must have tried, I think, maybe 30 or 40 different holds on that right hand to get it to work just perfectly. And this little tiny crimp was the one they finally came up with.
It's a really cool move, that a really sort of one-hander lander, stab the foot out, classic move. Oh. Jerne is known for his kind of showmanship, and it's just he doesn't have a chance to release it yet. It's just the holds are so bad out there. Solsar walks off then and not impressed with
One
women's
more
number
go, I
two.
think, for Yerny.
This is it. I think 10 seconds to
Yeah.
top this.
Well, I think he's going to be looking for the bonus, isn't he, with this? Come on, let's go.
Yeah, he's not getting the swing quite right. He really needs. So what happened in the end? See how he was swinging his left leg there. Just remembering back, actually, thinking back. Sorry, when they were testing it, the guys, because it's such a big, powerful move, they were jumping off their left leg to generate enough momentum, and then kicking their left leg onto that volume. So it wasn't actually a leg
Wasn't
swing
a leg
in the
swing.
end. Yeah, I think it was done as a left leg jump.
As he was trying
To
it,
keep
as
the
he's
control.
hitting the hole, that left leg's
It's
just coming out
peeling
and
right
taking him off the
because
wall.
there's so much momentum built.
Here we go then.
Okay, we've got-
The shorts is on for his go on
I think-
men's number 2. Alex Megos, come on.
Ooh.
It's like a. yeah, exactly.
That was a
It's
great
like
look.
one of those. So in the background, then you can also
It
see
is a good hold that
Yuli
he's going to,
Kruder.
though. I think he just realised that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't quite get in the back of it, did he?
It's kind of a good hold, but the way it's positioned as an undercut, it's really hard to hammer into
and
the back of it.
His body position was a lot better though. He wasn't flying out from the wall like Yernin was because he jumped off that left leg. And if we can see him stab it onto that higher volume that's just in shot here,
Come on. Oh, he's
Ooh.
not getting the height just yet.
here's one of the shorter climbers out there tonight.
Yeah, really tough finals
But brilliant
already
shorts.
tonight.
I think he got them out of a bargain basement bin myself.
He
I
must have
can't
done.
believe he put them in his luggage.
You wouldn't want to waste space in your hand luggage for that, would you? Here we go then. Come on, Alex. Come on. Get the height. Oh! Just slowed it. Can he
having a little
stick it this
giggle.
time?
He's enjoying himself. Yulia Kruder in the background making progress on the second boulder for the women.
Yeah, good progress here. She's on the
Great
top of that
progress.
hole. I think, like you were describing it before, holding
Yeah,
the
so
top
you want
and
the
thumb in
on.
the crimp.
Oh, incredible. She's reaching at the lower volume. We all had to stand up on that left foot to stab into the undercut, but she's just that much taller.
She's actually looking really comfortable here. Come on.
Yes, this is
Look,
looking
Not
really
quite
quite
over yet,
good.
'cause that dual text volume, you've got to get your foot up on the little dual text
Come on.
crimp.
Just looking casual now.
Great
Can
to see
she
her top
finish
there.
it off? Come on.
She wants a left toe in.
Come on.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Brilliant. Well,
That
that's
was amazing.
That's certainly going to mix things up, possibly.
That
That's
was
a really cool
impressive
start
and
to
great
problem
to see.
2.
She didn't even bump her foot up onto the good foothold. She just went off the rubbish one low down.
That was really impressive. That's done her well for tonight's finals, really. She didn't top the first boulder, but to come out and do well on the second boulder after Sosar didn't have much luck is yeah, really interesting. So
Great to see.
yeah, the finals in the women's is wide open already.
Well, I think it's really important to treat every single boulder as an individual challenge. It can just change, minute by minute as somebody
it's
tops or falls off.
Get that left leg up, Alex. Come
Yeah,
on.
at the moment the guys are sort of seem to be concentrating pretty much 99% of their attention on the left hand and not swinging around and kicking that volume
If they,
to
yeah,
hold
if they
themselves
can
in.
jump off and hitch their left leg up enough to stab onto the hole. Because the guys were getting it really dialed in the testing period. But we had as long as we wanted to try the boulders.
That was interesting actually. Tried to grab the volume with the right hand to slow the swing down. There's nothing there, but
No, just
maybe
put his left foot on.
this guy's Alex Migos, so don't forget he doesn't need much.
No,
No,
he
that's
doesn't really
true.
need holds.
Maybe he can do something with it, but there's no hold there.
New German training regime. We're just going to take all the holds off.
And whilst managing a finger injury. Not bad at all. It's on the
No.
jugs with his left hand though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Right then, 40 seconds left for Megos to get this topped. Come on, Megos.
Ooh, just missing the pocket there. So that hold underneath the volume, the bonus hold, is a pocket. It's big and it's good. It's upside down also, but it is. He just missed it.
It's not quite good enough to hang off without the feet planting back on the wall, though, is it?
was none of the route setters managed to hold it without kicking that left foot on. I mean, there's a big volume, so you should see why it's there. But I mean, when you're out there and
Yeah,
there's all the pressure and the time, you don't.
So difficult when you've
So
got
hard to read
500
the perfect
people
way.
right
Come
behind
on.
you in the audience. Oh, that was interesting. It wasn't meant to be, so his time's up. Another failed attempt on men's number 2, but let's see what he can do. I think Megos
Did you just sandbag them?
I don't know what he did there. I think he just kind of showed it what he thought of the volume, pretty much. Something
Looked
we
like
can't
he was
repeat.
tapping jaw walk on the wrong side of the volume to stand back the other climbers a little bit. But Mengi wasn't happy about that volume.
Here we go then, the Brits are out. Michaela Tracy for the women's, and the underdog Matt Cousins is out for fighting for his place in this final.
Local girl Michaela must have climbed this wall a million times on this right-hand side of the competition wall. All concoction of horrible Percy Bishton vertical problems and DeLong vertical problems. She must know it like the back of her hand, but still,
Everyone's different.
I think it's going to be a challenge. Yeah.
I mean, Michaela's so experienced, really. You know, like we said earlier, she's been in World Championship finals, so she'll be used to the pressure, used to the crowd. And it's so hard on these really small holds just to stay calm and kind of,
She's also
keep it
been
together.
doing a lot of competitions recently, a load of local events, and she was over in Poland at the Bloco Master where she took first place. And yeah, she's been doing really well. And she said that she's been dealing with, like, almost learning to deal with that pressure. And yeah, well, it'll be great to see what she can do out here in this Quiff final. She was absolutely delighted to be climbing again. So yeah, it's all to play for.
She's making good progress so far on women's number 2. She's also happy on the small holds.
Right foot bumping higher.
Into the undercut. You can see
Really
there's no
strong.
texture for the thumb there. It really doesn't help when it comes pulling up into undercuts like that.
It's interesting for me. It didn't help me to reach up here. I just had to like stand up and reach into the undercut whilst bumping my right foot onto the next volume in one movement, really.
So difficult though when attempts really count. Just to go for it like that, it's completely different. You know.
Totally, it's
attempts so
totally
important, but she
different
does
story.
stand
so
up.
strong there. She just fully powered up with her left arm there. Absolutely amazing.
Come on, Michaela. Come on. Crowd's really behind her now.
crowd.
Come on, Michaela.
The crowd are going mental. Oh, come on, Michaela.
Oh, it's so hard to watch.
See a flash of this boulder.
You can see the right foot just
Yes,
quivering.
Michaela. She's going to have to put that left foot up, though, I think, for this last move. She knows it.
Come on, Michaela. Come on, Michaela.
Oh, so close.
She needed to step that left foot in because there is a little edge. The sharp bit of that hold I was talking about earlier does create an all right foothold. I mean, it's a vertical wall, so it's just enough to stand and get over.
It must be quite hard with that dual texture large undercut. You've got no texture to push down on to be able to bring that left foot
and
back
that
in.
right hand, it's a crimp. It's a tiny crimp.
Here we go then. Matt Cousins currently on his fourth go, and he's getting close.
It's getting the height there.
Yeah, it's
really
quite
great
similar
power
to
generated.
Quite similar to Magos's attempt so far, just sort of fumbling the jug. But like we said earlier, this guy likes to leave things right to the end, likes to have a lot of attempts. Come on, Matt.
Incredibly hard boulders for the men throughout this entire competition.
A lot of people rooting for Matt here. The crowd loves an underdog. So
the depth of the men's field this weekend has been amazing.
Yeah,
really.
the boulders, they needed to be hard.
There's a lot of very, very good climbers out there. There were a lot of very good climbers in the semi-final, and there's quite a few good climbers that didn't even make it to the semi-final. Jimmy Webb being one of the big dogs that we've not seen.
We didn't get to see him climb.
Right then, Michaela's back on. Oh, it's just struggling. She's burning a few attempts here, just pulling off the ground. So it proves how difficult this problem is all the way through.
So she started on a dual text foothold. It's absolutely tiny. The tiny bit of texture. In fact, she's opted to not stand on it, as you can see here. That hole on the left there. She's standing on the edge of a volume instead of the foothold.
So have these guys got enough time left? The new IFSC format here, 20 seconds left to top it. It's going to be really close from Michaela here.
I'd love to see a top from Michaela.
I think everybody wants to see a top from Michaela.
Come on, Michaela.
She's running out of time. 8 seconds left. Oh, I don't think she's going to have enough. Come on, Michaela. I wonder if she's aware of the clock. Oh no, she's totally out of time.
She's not going to be happy about
that's
that.
a real shame. Out of time, Michaela.
It's going to make things interesting, I think.
Well, I think my money's on Jan doing this move, though, for the men. It's
Yeah.
very, very Jan move. Jump into a big hold and hold it hard.
Half a small hold, though, so I don't think it'll slow him down too much.
Maybe don't take up impressions though, Gaz. Because you know.
It's not over once he's caught that hold, though. On men's too,
I
the
can
top
imagine.
is spicy.
It's only the start of things to come, I think.
You were not
Everybody's
often to,
choosing to start left
Yeah.
hand to left, right hand, and you were telling us before you started cross-handed.
Yeah, I did, because I thought it'd be easier to not have to faff around with this bit now, because your right hand was already on the undercut.
Yeah.
You're not slowing Eula down in the slightest, though, is it? She's Straight up there.
Yeah, Yulia making light work of that so far. She did well on the
I think
first
she's
block
going to
as
get
well.
that hand bumped up quite early. She knows she needs to. Oh no, she's actually opting for the left foot up, which is
Come on,
very
Yulia.
interesting. There's nothing on that
No,
little
just-
hold there.
It's pretty cool actually. We had a pair of Brits out and now we've got a pair of Germans, and they are actually partners in real life as well. So
Yeah.
nicely timed by those guys to get through in the same position.
Yeah, they got the memo.
Yeah.
Eula's found the screw. Oh, little foot pop there. So for this move, to get up to the crimp, I had my left thumb in a screw hole at one point.
You can see there,
Quite
just out of
painful,
shot,
but-
Jan is getting close to slowing down that move. He had a bit of a spin, which means he is getting pretty good contact with that undercut jug, which isn't really a jug, but we'll keep calling it a jug now just to try and help the climbers up this thing.
Gives them a bit of will to get up there. Come on, Jan, this is a joke.
It'd be a really good hold on a vertical wall the right way up, but it's.
I bet he's telling himself now,
steepest
though.
bit of the comp wall out there, underneath the volume.
But he's saying, this is a jug, this is a jug, this is a jug. I've got this.
Yeah. Let's see you get it, Jan. Come on.
Come on. Oh. None of the climbers are getting this
They're
rotation
not
right. And
seeing that left foot stab.
You would have to think that that isn't just an incredibly difficult move to get right. I mean, this is some of the best climbers in the world. If they're not getting it right, then maybe it's just too hard. Time will tell.
I think Martin Smith, who was part of the testing team, is going to be very delighted because he could do that move on demand every time. So he's now burnt off some of the strongest climbers
And
in the
amazingly, I
world.
bet it's one of those moves that you can actually do in your trainers.
I bet he
The
could as
size
well.
of the
We
foothold
should
you're
get him out
jumping
there
off.
afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, look at the size of the foothold you're going off. You certainly don't need a pair of climbing boots on there.
Come on, Jan.
Ah, he needs to get that left
That's
foot.
even more violence, isn't it, off
Yeah,
that
so-
right foot?
Yeah, I think he really wants to jump off the left. Mule Worm back in.
Female number 2. We've had one top on this. A really good go by Michaela, very close to the top.
Trying
It's
to wiggle
another
that left foot in.
climbing work special, this. Really technical, really bad holds, really slow, controlled climbing. And as we saw in the men's semi-finals, this was the bit of wall that made Matt and Alex Magos make it through to the final. So I wonder if this bit of wall will again affect the overall result.
It's very interesting seeing Eula on here. Obviously, she's one of the shorter
Nice.
competitors in the field. And as soon as she moves that foot up the volume, she's just going to lose any slab effects that the volume's making there.
Yeah.
Crimping down that
She's
pebble now,
found
though.
the Minging crimp,
Come on, you.
located the screw hole as well with that left hand. You can see the chalk in it.
If she can bump her right foot up as she reaches up. Oh, looking good. Come on, Eula.
Worm looking
Great
really good now.
effort
Come
there. Needs to flip that into an undercut.
Oh!
That'll have hurt. That is a sharp
She
hold.
is ripped off that pebble.
Really good effort there, and only 20 seconds left on
Realistically,
the clock.
she's probably not got enough time. Oh, Jan's trying the two hands on that hold now. Again, running out of time. Men's boulders are
Not happy
so
about
hard.
that.
I think these first 2 blocks have actually played quite well for Jan, even though he's not really walking away with anything from them. I mean, they both seem very close styles to what he can normally climb, but he's just not making it.
So out next, Michael Picarou from Italy and the one and only Melissa Lenev. Always the smile on the face, which is brilliant to see from Melissa. She just loves competing. It's so cool.
She just loves climbing.
Yeah.
She really does.
So, Gaz, you were saying Melissa's hot favourite for you to win tonight. Let's see what she can do on
I've
the
got
slabs.
my money on Melissa. You know, she's spending a lot of time climbing outside now, a lot of time in Fontevraud, and as most of you know, the style out there is going to fit this wall quite
The
well.
thing is, though, she was saying that she's not been on slabs for a long time because she's been projecting in quite a steep roof. She hasn't been teetering around on smaller footholds. So
Yeah,
she was,
that's true. She's
so
been very focused for
yesterday-
quite a while,
Yeah,
hasn't
so
she?
yesterday she was saying in the qualification round she found it quite hard. She was wobbling off a lot, but I think after one day of getting back into it, we could see something magical happen right here. I think
the 30 block tour to in the climbing works is very much a wobble fest, really.
It really is,
Wobbling
yeah.
around on slabs,
seems like it was
sneaking around
perfect
the
training though,
reps.
'cause she's looking solid in there.
Melissa's looking really good here and just out of shot. Michael's looking super strong on men's too as well. The crowd's really behind him. Here we go.
Melissa really fiddling around with that hold. So I have my fingers in the back and my right thumb on the bit that she's crimping there, and it would seem to be the comfiest way to hold it.
So like you said earlier, she has to fire up now into the undercut, bumping the right foot at the same time. So
Yeah.
you're not going to be getting much off that undercut from that
No,
distance.
not at all.
No, she's going to get nothing out of the thumb.
Oh,
Get the
so
foot
strong.
under.
that's powerful.
So strong.
Come on now, Melissa, come on. Can she finish this block off? We saw Michaela drop the last move.
This
Julia
girl
Kuda
is
sticks it.
tenacious. She will fight and fight and fight.
Come on, Melissa. You can see the shaking of the
John,
right
she-
leg.
She wants that left toe.
That's not gonna
Oh,
work.
Picked the foot, she's got the method. Come on,
Come on,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Oh,
Oh,
no. Heartbreak Hotel.
So close. So close.
oh, I don't think she could get any closer.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
goodness
she's
me.
got a good chance though. She's got 2 minutes and 10 seconds
So
left.
that
Plenty of
shaking
time
her
to
right hand
recover.
there, it's a sharp, sharp crimp that she had in her right hand. The one she's just gone to here on the replay. So
Yeah.
she can step that left foot in and really sit onto it. That's the way to get up there. But that last hold, it's not a jug. It's another dual text hold, dual texture hold. And it's not very pleasant.
She didn't look too happy there, waving her finger around. I think she's actually biting off some of the skin that she's torn off it there.
Yeah, that is a pretty nasty hold to put into a finals.
Looking gnarly out there.
Yeah. It might turn into a split on this second go. We shall see.
Yeah.
Let's
Hopefully
hope
not,
not.
Remember, guys, do
At
get in
least the
touch.
holds are red.
Yeah,
Can't
you
see the blood.
won't notice the blood. I think that's why they brought the red holds out for this event.
So guys, do get in touch, #Quiff, and use the hashtag #RabReplay. Once you can just retweet those replays and chance to win £500 worth of Rab stuff. And you better get in because me and Gaz have been retweeting constantly. We want the jackets.
I've got it on auto.
Hey, that's a good idea. Great to see a CAC t-shirt in the background there as well, an official event CAC t-shirt, Climbers Against Cancer. Earlier on we made a £25,000 donation to a local cancer research facility.
That's amazing. I mean, CAC still going super, super strong since the sad loss of John Ellison, the founder.
Yeah,
But
we're still raising so much money, and to give that donation earlier was absolutely incredible.
So just 1 minute left then for Melissa. She was so close. As we saw earlier with Michaela
clock-
as well, the last move is so hard.
The
Has she
clock
got
is
enough
ticking,
time?
though. Has she got enough skin? I think that's the question.
Yeah. Can
she's got enough power to pull into that undercut again.
Yeah.
That was definitely a hard way.
It's like she's taken a divot out of her hand and maybe she'll be able to dig that into the crimp,
on,
but
Melissa.
she's really,
30
really
seconds.
short on time here. You do wonder if these guys are used to this new format yet. This would have been the first finals that they're in with this new 4 minute plus, not 4 minute plus final.
Melissa as well, she's climbed probably more boulders after the 4 minutes has been up than anybody else. She's so impressive at performing after the time's up and just really pulling it out the bag, and it's almost a shame that we won't get to see that anymore.
That's it, Melissa bows out, so close, had the last hold in her hand. Will that affect the overall result? So time will tell, 2 more boulders left for her to compete. So the top qualifiers from the semi-final round are out. Jongwon Chong and Petra Klinger, both guys doing really well on the first boulders. Obviously Petra flashed the first block, and Chon was just so close on that first one with the
So
triple
close.
jump.
I think
No
we
tops
need
yet for the men.
a top for the men. We need to raise the roof, and I think the crowd in
The crowd
Sheffield
want
is
it.
going to really
They
appreciate
want
it.
it. They do. Ooh, she nearly went for my cross-handed method. She thought about it.
Oh, see the
You can
strength
see
in the
how-
shoulders.
And you can see how bad that left foot is.
Oh! The crowd just went a little bit crazy. I think we might have seen Jeongwon Chong get very close there.
Yeah, you guys didn't see that, but we heard it.
Here we go.
We've got a replay here.
Brilliant.
So first look at this then.
He's
Gives
going
it
for
a
the
leg
left
swing.
leg swing though.
Oh yes.
That is by far the closest
come
we've
on.
seen.
Jongwon Chon, it's going to
Great
go down.
replay.
He was so close to the first bowl as well. Crowd wants to see it now. Come on. Come on.
Oh, not quite in that pocket underneath the volume.
Another crazy move in the men's category. And still
So
no
close.
tops.
2 minutes 45 left to go though.
He's
And
already-
Petra
he's had
getting
2 goes,
high on
he's got
women's-
ages to go.
Women's too. We can see Petra, she's up there on the bonus. The Swiss team going mental in the
Yeah, there's
background
a
here.
big Swiss contingent here. A lot of young girls
Great
that must
commitment.
really
She
look
looks
up to
solid
Petra.
here. She she can get over them. Oh no! Oh, she looks so solid there.
This is really interesting in the women's category. Julia Kruder was the only one not to do women's 1, but she's the only one to do women's 2 currently.
And
So
she bashed it.
yeah, and it's all kind of gone back to kind of where we were after the first boulder, even though Kruder did top.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, anybody's game. Anybody can still win.
Yeah.
So we are only on the second boulder out of 4. Here we go then with Jongwon Chon once again. Come on.
Yes! There it is!
Jongwon Chon
Amazing
sticks it.
effort.
The crowd goes
First
absolutely
bonus.
mental.
Can he finish it?
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Yes!
One more move.
Oh, my
Amazing.
goodness.
That was dropped
man.
from the top floor. One hand on the finishing hold.
He's
Replay here.
Crowd's
so
going
close.
mental in here for Jongwon Chon now. So close. Let's have another look at
That
it.
clock is ticking down though.
He will have another go, and oh god, you can see how close he was to this. Everybody's got their head in their hands on this last
Really
move.
well held on this move here. That great tension with the foot. Oh,
Couldn't
no.
hold that spin.
Oh,
It's not a jug. They've not put a jug on for the finish hold. 1 minute left to go.
so Petra's back on for another look as well. She's not made huge progress on this block so far, but oh god, can we see Jongwon Chon finish it
How
off?
fast can he climb it?
Yeah, he's really running the clock down. You know, it's a couple of moves realistically, so let's see what he can do. So Petra doing well so far. Oh, not meant to be. We're going to go back to Chon now. Come on.
Up there again. Can
Crowd's
we
going
see
wild
it
for
up?
him.
Can we?
Come on.
Yes! The crowd are going
That is
crazy.
class.
Only guy to top men's number 2.
And he kisses the guns.
Kisses the guns. What a legend.
He's
So-
good, and he knows it.
Certainly playing to the crowd there with a quick gun kiss. Amazing.
Replay of Petra's final attempt, just not quite making her previous high point there.
Guys, ever a time to retweet, stick this replay on your Twitter. Jongwon Chon sticks himself to the top of the leaderboard.
Absolutely
What a machine.
incredible. That hold is terrible. It's
Really
just
bad.
Terrible.
That has put him in a really good position now. We're going to move it on. Somehow we've got to recover and move on to boulder
We're
number
only
3.
halfway through.
No, that was so good. Like you said, Gaz, the men's category really needed a top, and Chon delivers.
Yeah. I mean, he is world class. I mean, the field, the finalists are all top quality, but he just looks the level and the next level.
It's interesting in the World Cups actually. Sometimes he's performing and he looks like different levels at all the other competitors, and then sometimes he's way down the field. And yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what he does this year. 'Cause in 2015 he had an incredible season, winning the overall. I believe he won the overall World Cup title, and then last year it was Tamura Narazaki that took the
Yeah,
title. So
yeah.
yeah, we'll be interesting to see what happens this
I think
year.
he's got
We've
an anti-gravity switch and he just forgot to use it last year.
let the others have a chance. And Sasol travelled over from Korea with him. So yeah, will be great to see how she gets on women's 3. Looking
Awesome
strong,
holds here in the
really.
women's, the X-Colt volumes.
Looking really strong.
Absolutely cruising these. The really interesting thing about this competition is almost every single hold on this
Once
final
they go
wall is
steady.
brand new. The climbers have never seen them before.
So this welder was tweaked to make it a little bit easier. I think after watching such a hard semi-final round, they changed a few of the holds around. You can see there's a crimp just below where her feet are now. That used to be one of the same volumes that she's holding on to. So it does allow them to get a bit of headway. And actually the way Sol is doing this final move is the same as I did. I dropped my knee, went slowly, and then had a little bump.
A little bump
but
at
you
the
have
end.
to keep that tension and keep that foot on, I think, as well. Might
So-
be able to hold it without the foot.
The men have kind of had 2 really dynamic boulders. Well, obviously the first boulder a triple jump, and the second boulder kind of a double lander, and now they move on to what is obviously, because we're at the Quiff, going to be a horrific slab.
From super excitement and all-out power to basically just trying to stand on nothing and stay relaxed.
And this hold he's reaching up for now, this volume, it's terrible.
It's not a hold, is it?
It almost hinders you as opposed to helps you. So here, when we were practicing, most of us, when we were testing, put our right toe on to give us a bit of purchase, to then lean over to the bonus. You get both hands on the bonus, drop down, and then mantle back up again.
Let's take another look. Solstar then on her second attempt, we believe. Come on, Sol.
I think she wants to get that left hand flipped around the other way so she can generate a bit more on the next
she's
move.
making this move a little bit harder at first here.
Come on. She's so well on her first attempt.
There you go. She's
Check
got
out
that
the
hand
finish hold.
flip this time.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on. Crowd wants it. Come on.
It'd be great to see a top here. That wall is so steep you can't quite see from this angle, but
And I've climbed
there
on
we go, you can see how steep
these
it is
holds
here.
in the X-Cult gym, and when you're hanging beneath them, they are so good. And then as soon as you start to move up on them, they just go terrible really quickly.
Oh, what? That was wild.
Dino to the finish.
I think we can give a
Horn.
10 out of 10 for effort there. She
think-
was fully committed to that last move.
Yeah, I think the judges are just having a discussion there and moved back a little bit.
Everybody step back.
Yeah.
Solstar's on form for this final hold. So 1 minute left just for Solstar. 2 attempts down and 2 really, really good attempts. Really hope she can finish this.
And there goes the minute buzzer.
Here we go then, all eyes on Solstar. Can she make it happen this time?
Pulling on not long after her previous attempt. Now that there's not 4+ format,
Yeah.
you don't have long to recover at all.
Come on.
It'd be great to see a top for Sassol here.
Here we go then. Gets the left knee on. She looks really
Come on,
comfortable. Can
Sol.
she finish it? Oh no!
I think she wants to stick to the nice slow lock-off
Yeah,
method.
she just about stayed on the mat there. That was pretty good. Yeah, Nick Kruder looks like he's making some progress on the slab. Like you said, Shauna,
Spectacular
you
under.
need to get that right foot up, I think, on that handhold.
Yeah, so most of us when testing put the right foot up in order to give us enough to be able to lean across. Jamie Cassidy, however, could just stand on that hold all day. I think he's just had both feet on the volume, ankles down, could stand there as long as he wanted to have a cup of tea.
Well,
if
he's
he'd
the
like,
sort of
but-
guy that's putting a lot of weight through his feet on that volume, yeah?
Yeah, you could say that.
Let's go no further with that conversation, I think.
It's Gaz. He's the one spreading all the rumours.
So guys, let's have a look at the results then. Currently sitting pretty at the top, Melissa Leneve with just the one top in
One
one
in one.
attempt. Yeah, that's really going to, the first boulder worked. Magic for her. Solstar currently sitting in second with, she also got the bonus there on the second block, third block I should say.
Now, that's an interesting score sheet from the men. We've got 1 top in 4 attempts, and then 0, 0, 0, 0. It's hard out there.
It's
Yeah, the
definitely
Kruder
hard.
making good progress. Oh, just slipping up on the way to the bonus there. It's such a powerful move. Shaking a shoulder around there. Oh, well, Alex is high on the slab.
Yeah,
for the
Magos
bonus.
previously at the Quiff has done really well on these slab finals problems.
I don't know what he's
Going
doing
the
with that
wrong
right
way.
foot.
No one's telling him, but he's going the wrong way. He wants to come. That other volume down there is useful. It doesn't matter though. He's doing it. I think he's floating. How's he doing that?
Come on.
He's got a.
He was
I
cruising.
don't know how he did that
And
there.
his foot just popped. He was
So
there.
for this move, I ended up turning around, facing what would be the audience if there was anyone here watching. and
Standing
getting
on the
my
heels.
foot- Yeah, getting my foot to my hand so that I could sit on the foothold. So I was just didn't feel quite comfortable enough to edge my feet up and let go and reach to the hold a little bit like Alex was there.
Amazing.
Right, all eyes on Julia Kruder then. While
Yeah,
Alex
you see
Migos
shit.
set to rest.
She flipped that left hand in order to go up to that second
Oh,
horn really
just
easy.
sliding up there, just no chalk left on the hands. Oh, and a
Let's
replay.
have another look then at what happened with Alex here. So close, and then just see the foot pops.
He doesn't seem to even. He's still udging his foot before he's even let go of that bonus.
Yeah, he
hold.
was edging that right foot up.
You can see he's kind
I
of
think he wants
lifted
to
the
get a
heels
bit
there
more-
to
bit
get the
more
height.
comfortable.
And just that was just enough to tip him off. So Alex Migos, can he make it count? third block. He needs a top here.
I have no idea what he's doing on this move though. We all drop down onto the bonus and then mantle back up again. This is madness.
Well, he
There's
seems
nothing
quite
he's held
comfortable
up
though,
to.
Shauna. He's quite happy in that position.
Has got that right foot up though, which
Yeah,
I do
he-
think really helps.
Seems to be struggling to get over onto that palm again this time.
That's because it's not a palm. There's
He-
nothing there.
He went over so easily before. I think
See that
gravity's
left
just
foot?
moved again.
Oh, okay.
It's those shorts. Those shorts.
Those
can
shots
affect a lot.
create their own gravity.
Come on now, Megos. 1 minute 25 remaining. Come on. Just really using the
Got his
chalk
chalk
bag
bag
there
on.
to
He's
kind
taking his brush up there with him.
He's going.
Very close up of his foot there.
This time now. Come on.
Come on, Alex.
Come on. Can he reach
That
it?
hold is tiny. There's nothing on it.
Come on.
He needs to touch the feet.
It's just not quite
So
there.
close.
Oh, incredible.
So close.
What?
Yes.
That was amazing.
Great job there from Alex. He'll be very happy with that.
Woo.
And obviously with so few tops
He's got his cup of
tonight.
tea.
Back to his cup of tea.
I
he
think,
knows what it's like to be in the
I
UK.
think he's a Brit at heart, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
he drinks
yeah,
more
yeah.
tea than anyone I've ever met.
He
in my
knows
entire
all
life.
about
Drinks
rehydration.
more tea than my mum.
So as I was saying, there's only so few tops in the men's tonight. So a top like that really can put him in good position for the finals. Let's see if anybody else can make their way towards the top.
I think that was on his second attempt, so that should bump him up to first place now, currently.
So Yulia Kruder is battling hard. She seems to be lacking the power on this last
Come on,
move at the
Yulia.
moment.
What an incredible drop knee.
Oh,
Bit too far with the drop knee there.
looks like she's got a lot of leg to fit into that space.
Yeah. She is one of the tallest climbers out there for the female.
So like you said, Shauna, that does fire Alex Megos into first position from 3 blocks down for him.
Great smile for Michaela there.
So the Brits out next, Michaela Tracy and the underdog Matt Cousins. Come on.
I think she loves climbing here in front of a home crowd, doesn't she? She
Yeah, the
really
show-
does.
She really does, and yeah, they're getting right behind her. But just going back to Matt quickly, so it was Alex and Matt that we saw get through to the final on the slab.
Yeah.
We've just seen Alex
Do the slab.
cruise up there quite easily compared to some of the others we've seen. Maybe we'll see Matt as well.
Yeah, let's hope so. Keep
But
those
first,
fingers crossed.
Michaela just breezing up this power.
Michaela's blasting through
This
this
is a very
section.
hard move to the bonus, making it look easy. Foot stayed on.
Oh, she's. Oh.
A bit too casual then.
Yeah, she
Bit
almost
too
looked
fast.
like she just was so comfortable on those holds, but the distance just let her
We've
down.
seen her hesitate and then we've seen her move too fast. She needs to find that middle ground for this boulder, I think. Well, Matt
Look at
makes
it. Cousins up, very
great
similar
progress.
beta to Alex Megos here, getting the right leg up, getting that sort of weird toe hook drop knee sort of manoeuvre.
I wonder if he's going to see the drop down. So from here, it's really hard to come back down, basically. So he's on that bonus. I think Alex's beater might be a better solution, but
Come on, Cousins. Oh, it's so hard to watch the guys on this slab.
so intense.
Oh.
That was close there. He actually had his right foot toe hooking downwards on that hold. It wasn't
Yeah.
even on.
Rock down toe hook.
Yeah, he's created a new move there.
So Michaela really confident on her first go, what she can do on the second go.
So
She's
strong in the shoulders there.
Oh, she's flipped the left hand this time.
Oh, easily
And
done.
shows the difference that's made on that move. Just cruised it then. Let's see if she
Come
can
on,
do this last
Michaela.
move. Yes!
Solid.
Match it! That's just lit the torch for Sheffield.
Oh, it's crazy. The
Bum
guy next to me
drop
nearly
as well.
blew my eardrums just screaming for Michaela there. That was brilliant.
Yeah, she's smiling now. That's going to raise the confidence. 2 blocks in, 2 blocks to go. She's going to be as high as a kite now.
She just looked so confident, that boulder, as soon as she pulled on, even on her first attempt, just absolutely cruising.
She knew she could do that, I think, and it was great to see that confidence show.
And that does
a little
put her
bit
into
too fast on the first go, but really reined it in. On the
does
second.
put her into first place with 2 tops in 5 attempts and 3 bonuses in 3 attempts. So Michaela at the top currently.
Well, Matt's still got a minute and a half pretty much to unlock this boulder. Plenty of time.
So this is a method that Jamie Cassidy, when he was testing with Longy, when they were testing it together, they this was the method that worked, and he just.
And I think he
waltzed
needs to
around
get
a
in.
lot.
Some of these boulders like this that is just absolute all-out smearing, he needs to get in and give these volumes a little bit of a brush.
Yeah,
Because
I
he's
was
putting chalk on them.
just thinking.
There's a lot of chalk in the air.
And
he's
also
not
the rubber's
brushing
coming
them.
off the shoes every time.
Yeah.
So that's, you can see it.
You
It
could
will
see
be
the- you
leaving
could see the
rubber
marks on
visibly
there.
on the volume. So he's scrubbing between each tent.
Well, you can-
Yeah.
And I
talking
think
about
that
the,
comes down to experience as well and tactics. So you can get him, see him scrubbing it there. I think
Yeah, I
he's
was
doing.
sending him mind
Have
vibes.
you got an earpiece in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt scrubbed that hole. You can actually see the rubber marks on the
I was
right
gonna
hand
say,
side
you
of
can
that
actually see his
volume.
earpiece.
Just talking about the rubber on the shoes there, those who have got a keen eye have noticed that Matt has changed his shoes for this block to a super soft pair of Scarpas in this case, but he's ditched the downturns from the earlier problem and has gone for the super softs. Obviously,
Well,
this a seasoned competitor, he knows his tactics.
Great things about having observation. You can decide what shoes work. That was incredible. It was
Come on, Cousins.
ninja-like.
How did he stay on there?
No! 30 seconds on the clock.
It's an incredible sort of wobble and just use the core tension to pull himself back in.
Absolutely insane.
Back on.
He's got no time at all here, 15 seconds to get this done. He's going to have
knows
to
he can
leg
do
it
it
up
as
this
well.
boulder. Trying so hard.
10 seconds to go.
Come on, Matt.
Maybe the fact that he's not got long might help him, but
Oh, it's totally out of time. He went for the jump to a
Even
non-existent
so.
finish.
I think he
hold.
was a little bit unlucky on that boulder in the end. He was definitely within his level.
Yeah, I can't help but think if it was 4+ minutes, Matt might have had an opportunity to get out of that.
I
But
think
that is
we've
the
had
game of the
that.
game.
Changed
I think
the
we've
game.
had that already a
It's
few
really
times
changed the
tonight, haven't
game.
we?
great replay here. Michaela looking totally solid there. Foot stayed on and everything. She's happy with that.
Absolutely love watching Michaela. Total warrior.
Raw emotion.
Yeah. So the next rotation will be out, and it will be Yuli Worm, the German, and another German, Jan Hoyer. Another look at Michaela then. Yes. I think she was screaming just as loud as that guy next to me. Another great RAB replay there. So straight into action, Yuli Worm. These girls cruising this third boulder.
Ah, she's seen the hand flip there.
Crowd want to see everybody topping there. They're really behind Yuli Worm now. Come on, Yuli.
Come on, Yula.
Come on.
That was pretty casual, eh?
Nice.
Oh, that was
I think Yuli Worm, being one of these shorter climbers, she's it's very easy for her to commit and explode. Yeah, she's got to, and for quite a lot of moves, finishing moves, big moves at the top of the wall, she's got to be able to commit, and she does.
And that's just bumped her up to second place, just behind Michaela.
Yeah, so it's actually attempts on
Really
bonuses that's
mixing it
splitting
up.
those two at the moment. Both got 2 tops in 5 attempts. Let's have a look at the big man and the slab. I don't know. What would you say, guys? I don't want to be too harsh, but Jan is not known potentially for his slab climbing.
But he has pulled it out on a few World Cups. He's actually run up to me and gone, I can climb slabs now. I got through on the slabs today. So he's put a lot of time in and he's worked on them.
I mean, for sure, you can get some super powerful slabs. It's
And that's what I'm trying to say.
It's not just
Sometimes you can kind of take ones
absolutely. But, you know, this press that Migos did on the left hand, it's not standing on your feet, that move. It is a powerful
It
move.
sure is, yeah.
Yeah, and Migos still currently sitting in first position. 1 top in 2 attempts, but obviously we've still got Michael, the Italian, and Jongwon Chong after his awesome effort on number 2. So all still to play for. We are only on the third of 4 boulders. Yeah, and we're not happy on this one at the moment. Just not.
No,
found
I mean,
a
this is
sort of
like we said
comfortable
earlier on, this is the boulder that Cousins changed his shoes for, and he just looked a lot happier on that volume with that left foot, whereas Jan is wearing exactly the same shoes he did in the previous boulder. Maybe not quite soft enough.
It's also a lot heavier than Matt Cousins and Alex Magos. Bigger guy.
position. More weight through the feet, though.
True.
I think it's all
Bet
relevant,
that
to be
crimp
honest.
doesn't feel that good though. Also, it's quite a small, it's quite a big space that he's got, but you have to be incredibly flexible to get that right foot up before you reach up with the hand.
I think what's interesting is that both competitions, the men's and the women, are still so close. You can see it in the competitors' page. Everybody, apart from Alex Magos, who just seems to be out for a laugh, really wants to win, and you can see they're focusing so hard on every attempt.
Oh, it's quite feisty there.
Yeah, he's really trying to sort of speed his way through this bottom section. And we have another look back at Yuli Worm, just the way she just dominated this boulder. Look at the
Amazing. How's she
strength.
staying on there?
Incredible.
I mean, it actually looks quite a good hold, but it certainly is not. It's
And we
not.
saw Sassel coming flying off there
Exactly,
earlier,
yeah.
and the other made it look like a totally different hold. Yeah, not having a good time out
He
there.
doesn't seem to be in a sort of static position at any point as soon as he pulls off the ground. He's sort of always moving. And yeah, he's just not got the weight through the feet
Yeah,
just
he's
right
not
yet.
getting the full weight on the foot and then doing the move. He seems to be trying to flow through it a little bit, Johnny Dawes style, and he's certainly not Johnny Dawes.
It would be incredible if that worked though.
So guys, you can see just 10 seconds left for Jan to get this done. We saw Cousins not being able to do it in such a short amount of time, and that is going to end it for Jan Hoyer. He's going to be disappointed with that realistically. Not meant to be on men's free for Jan Hoyer. So now this is going to be interesting. Melissa Lenev currently with 1 top in 1 attempt, 2 bonuses in 2 attempts. She can surpass both Yuli Worm and Michaela if she does it in less than 4 attempts. So all to play for here, and Melissa will know that.
I think Melissa will know what happened with the previous climber.
Oh, she'll totally
She
know.
will
and
certainly
she'll-
know how.
And I think as well for Melissa she's currently ranked 2nd in the world, and yeah, she'll know she's capable of climbing this boulder. It's already been done, I think.
Yeah, she knows it's been done. She knows it's been flashed. She'll be looking to do exactly the same.
Despite retiring from competition climbing last year, she's retired from the World Cups, but she's back here performing at such a high level, having just climbed really hard outside, and it's cool to see her back. She's definitely psyched for the comps.
Yeah, she loves it. She enjoys it. I was speaking to her yesterday about it, and she just really enjoys, the
Static
being
almost
here.
on that move there.
Not quite as happy as some of the other girls here, but she's so
Hasn't
strong.
flipped the left hand.
Come on. We saw. Come on. Come on, Melissa. Still fighting. She's trying so hard. You
Split
can see
that
on her
left
face.
hand
Come
now.
on. Come on, Melissa.
I think even she was surprised then. Did you see that look? I was like, did I just hang that?
That could possibly be the move that takes away the title for Melissa. Another boulder still to come, but that was
We
an
saw a
awesome
few of the
effort.
other girls drop the move in the middle there because they didn't flip their left hand from facing one way to the other way, and yeah, Melissa just managed to lock off, no problem, and power through it. She was grabbing her shoulder though. I think it was quite intense on the shoulders.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
swinging
it's
around with the
It's
hand.
a shouldery corner, that, isn't it? And one way you've got the shoulder turned out, one way you've got it turned in. It's definitely going to take its toll.
The route setters set all of the semi-finals and the final boulders on the same day, so they're all set on the Thursday before the event, and it's a really intense testing period. I mean, my shoulders and my back were unbelievably achy the day after, but they've done an incredible job and they're definitely exciting to watch.
So the Italian then, Michael Picaru, is struggling but looking kind of all right on this 3rd boulder. Currently sitting in 6th position, but that will definitely change if he finds a top here.
A quick replay with Melissa. See this static into the 2nd to last hold. And then
She sort of
this is
loads up the
commitment.
power. and just boom.
This move is commitment.
Wild. Melissa is known for her tenacity and just her desire to stay on the wall that you can see right there.
That was incredible feet above the head at that point, just on that slope. That was really good effort just to even attempt that move. She could have landed in the front row if she wasn't careful there.
Yeah, well, at least she'd have a few spotters.
A few cameramen to lend on. Here we go then, the Italian Michael. Come on. He's looking really comfortable here, but there is nothing on that right hand volume.
Not at all. Like I said earlier, it hinders you more than it helps you. It's absolutely terrible, and you can see 2 sides of the volume are black and 1 side's white now. It's covered in chalk.
Just udging his left foot up there
Looks
just
like
to try and
it
get the
might
height.
go. Trying to find something.
There's 2 screws in the top of that volume, and both of them are really bad. Kept going from one to the other.
They aren't. So in some of the volumes, the screw holes are set into the wood. On these volumes,
They're
the one
flush.
they're totally flush.
Yeah.
So if he was crimping a screw, he was literally crimping a screw. Not a hole, not a little bit of like a little bit of hold, just a screw.
There we go.
Making
This
that
will
start look
Yeah,
easy
with
though.
the heel, it looks like
Yeah,
it works
Jan just
really
couldn't
well.
quite fit in there.
This will most likely be his last go, and it's not meant to be. Another failed attempt on the slab, and it's only Megos really who's.
Great to see that top
And the
earlier
top
from
that.
Megos though.
Yeah, Megos made it look like a total path, to be honest. So, yeah, that's really interesting. On then with the next pair.
And we've had a lot of tops on the female 3 boulder, but only one on male 3. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens to the final climber out there. And if he doesn't top it, it's going to be really open going into the 4th boulder.
And that totally applies to Petra as well in the women's. You know, she's going to be really close to the crowd. She's going to know this boulder is getting topped. So if she doesn't do this, well, basically she can go from 5th to 1st or be right below the pack and way down.
Now, obviously, we've seen her climbing with this brace on before. How good is that knee,
Just
Shauna?
quickly interrupting you there, guys. Sorry, you just saw Petra get the bonus with her hand one way around and flipped it straight away. She actually flipped it back to get a bit more purchase.
That's interesting,
But
yeah.
Look at the
really
strength.
strong,
Oh,
really strong.
Yeah.
different planet there from Petra Klinger.
That knee brace certainly wasn't holding her back at all on there.
Well
Wow.
read there.
She just grabbed those holes,
Beaming smile.
crushed them, and
Yeah.
pulled to the top
And
like it was
Like I said
easy.
before, you got to remember these competitors have not seen these holds before. They don't know how to play, how to hold those horns.
So that fired Petra Klinger into 2nd place behind Mr. Lissanev just on bonuses, but it's all eyes now on Jongwon Chon. Can he match Megos on this 3rd boulder, the horrific slab? Great shot there, you can see through someone else's camera, everybody getting in on
some
the
big
action.
snaps right up in close, and I think that's why you can see that the crowd is right there. It's an incredibly intimate competition. There's no barrier. It's just you, the crowd are there. You can hear them. He knows.
Bumping this
knows
left foot
they
up
wanna
onto
see
that
it
next
happen.
volume looks really hard.
Well, yeah, but no idea. We all dropped down at this point. None of us even tried to get up this way. So
I want to ask you,
totally
Shauna,
different beta here.
is if you guys drop down, what's that top right hand volume doing there? What's it for?
So when you drop down, you then put your hand up to use it to. So you've got your left hand on the bonus, your right hand on the top volume, and you get up, and then you turn the left hand to a palm, and then similar to the way Alex finished off.
So it's
So
actually
you guys were palming with the fingers on the inside.
Yeah,
Fingers
but
to
we
the
were
right.
dropping down, so we were matching
Yeah.
the bonus, so then we could get up and establish. So we were coming across, going up to come down to go back up again.
Yeah.
But Alex found a much more direct route,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is what all of the climbers have
But
opted for.
You see this a lot in finals. Is it's really easy for us to talk here about the beta and the methods when we're in testing. We have so long to figure
And
these
yeah, and definitely
subtleties
in
out.
testing, you ask the route setter what the intended method was. You jump on, have a go, and see if it works. But these guys don't know what the intended method was.
yeah.
The route setters aren't telling them what to do.
What we find tends to happen is you effectively follow the dots. You follow the holds. It's really hard to think kind of right outside the box like that, dropping down, then going back up, and those sorts of things. They're going to see the volume and head straight towards it.
Yeah.
And we know it works though because we saw Alex Megos up there.
Yeah,
Very
I think
true.
this
Oh, well
move
saved
here,
right there.
this
That
move
was
here was
incredible.
where Alex's size works really well. He found it very easy to bump that left foot up.
He did
Everybody
also
else
seem
just
to
really
levitate.
struggled. Yeah, I think the gravity was on his side.
Oh, this is interesting. It looks like he might be coming down. If he does come back down, this is what we want to
Problem
see.
is he's got to release that right foot without barn
yeah,
dooring
he's
off.
left it behind.
Come on, John.
Great
He's
if we
really
can
running
see
out
him
of time
come
here.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
definitely running out of time.
Clock is ticking.
If he
and
doesn't
we
top it on this go, then I don't think he's going to get one more go.
He's got to get back
That's
on
it.
straight away if he's got any chance of this. If he doesn't do this, no, he's shaking his
If
head.
he's not
Yeah.
getting to the top of this, it's going to be well, it's still all to play for. If someone flashes the final boulder and Megos and Chong don't do it, but
You have to wonder if
back on.
Jongwon Chon understands the rules here because he's running the clock down a little bit there, and he has no time. He has no plus 4 minutes, just a 4 minutes dead, and he's got absolutely no time at all left.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing. Laser professional.
it is so different. They're not running it down to the buzzer and getting that last attempt. See everyone shifting in the crowd to get a good
So
view
how
for
are
the
the
final
scores looking there,
boulder.
Michael?
Well, I think what's really interesting in, like the semi-finals, the one word on everybody's lips is hard. I mean, it's so close.
Melissa Lenev 2-2, Petra 2-2. So we've got all equal at the top of the women.
And in the
going
women's,
to the final boulder.
In the women's, guys, the top 4 competitors, Worm, Tracy, Klinger and Lenev, can still take the gold medal. And looking into the men's just briefly then, Magos put himself in a really good position going into the last boulder in first position, 1 top in 2 attempts. And Sean, even though he was the only person to do boulder number 2, currently sits in second with 1 top in 4 attempts. After that, it's all zeros in terms of top, so yeah, a really low scoring round.
So we're going into this final boulder, and for the men, it's totally open. All 6 people can win or lose this event.
And we're going into the final boulder in the men's with only 2 tops for the entire round. That's crazy.
It is crazy, but we've seen a lot of climbing. You know, the competitors are getting high on these boulders.
Yeah.
They're not falling off the first move.
And that shows really just how difficult it is to route set for this
to get
level.
the level right, especially with this being the first event of the season. We haven't seen these athletes perform for months and months and months. We don't know what they've been doing in the time off.
Yeah, so first look then, Sol Sar, the Korean, into women's number 4.
Interestingly, I think this boulder is a lot easier if you start facing the crowd. A lot easier.
Again,
She seems
not
to be
exactly
making
obvious
pretty quick-
beater.
No. But it is the way I decided to pull on first try. If Sassol's not bothered but in the slightest by it, then she doesn't find that
she's really
tricky at
crushing
all.
tonight. So
Powerful
Sarah's
move
currently
coming up to
sitting
the
in
bonus
5th
here.
position. Come on. Oh, so strong on that left hand.
Really powerful move there. You do want to leave your foot low, I think, so that you can then get those shoulder blades squeezed between the 2 flat holds volumes up there. Kick the right foot out, and then interestingly, you want to match the bonus as an undercut and throw over the top to a tiny
Yeah,
crimp.
I think losing that foot just
This
committed her to do it.
right here is insane.
Opening the shoulders there. The elevator doors, as we call it. Come on.
It's a really crazy move.
With so few attempts as well, Jerne can still get second position. Still to play for here. Come on, Jerne Kruder. Oh, you can see that. Oh,
he's trying
he's
so
blowing.
hard.
Come on.
Wants to bump that right foot up. It's not a good hold. And they put the bonus as the second to last hold on this climb. It is so high.
That's so evil. That's so evil. All
I
that
think he
effort.
deserves a bonus for
all
that effort.
And he didn't come away with the bonus.
So that move right there in that middle section, I managed to do it, and it is unbelievably powerful. The move to the second red slot there is hard, and then you've got to flip the right hand and transfer the weight over.
And then switch
and
over.
then match.
So looking back to
That's super
Sol Sar
powerful.
here, she's on her second attempt and she can still get a podium. She can still squeeze out third place if she goes well, but she's really running out of attempts here.
Really big move there, really powerful. For me, I bumped my left toe onto the triangle that's on the volume on the start hole where you've got the 3 tapes that's just being brushed there.
So obviously, like we're saying, guys, so few tops so far. Jerne Kruder can actually get second place still, even though he's on 0 tops going into the last boulder.
He needs to climb this boulder though to secure that.
But Michael,
Start
He's
hold
certainly
hard.
gonna try.
Yeah.
He was trying so hard on that last attempt. Thought his eyes were gonna pop out at one point.
basically in the men's, anybody can still get on the podium. It's crazy.
At one point during the testing, one of the route setters actually burst a blood vessel in that eyeball because they were trying so hard.
That's commitment to the
Yeah,
job.
he was like, "Have you never done that before, Longy?" It's like, "No, I've never tried that hard. Clearly, these guys aren't trying hard enough. No burst blood vessels yet."
So Sol back on. Couple of good goes. This
She bumps
time,
the left hand up a little bit. The hold does get a bit better.
yeah, it slightly improves with height, doesn't it there?
But she wants to get that foot. There
Got
you
the
go.
good
She's
bit.
got the good bit now.
Come on.
Nice.
Yes,
So
nailed
strong.
it. Bonus.
She does want to match in on the bonus
Come on.
and get the undercut. If she sees it, it'd be great. Oh yeah, it looks like she's solid there. Really good.
Got a bit of a knee bar in there as well on the back of her hand.
She wants to swap her feet over. Nice.
That's better.
Bump that right. It's a tiny hold she's got in her right hand there. The heel wants to come in now.
Oh,
If she'd have managed to get get a right heel in on the bonus, she could have learnt out off that crimp, but just wasn't
Yeah, that's going to let her release
unfortunately.
that left hand, isn't it, if she gets that heel in?
That does end the
Great
competition
effort,
from Solsar, though. She'll be pleased that she made finals, and obviously good luck to her heading into the season, starting in Switzerland, Mayring, in just a few weeks' time.
Yeah, less than 3 weeks ago until the start of the World Cup season.
Yeah,
I'm very, very
that's
excited
not long
about
to
that.
go, is it?
So it's getting really tense now. The DJs have put on the tense music. They know it's all still to play for.
Look at those holes on men's sport, Percy.
Have
You
you
put the
remembered
smallest,
to book your
sharpest
flight?
I haven't booked my flight for Switzerland
Have
yet.
you
no.
not? I think you need to get
No.
on it.
Yeah, I'm going to
Don't
be.
forget that.
I'll be there defending my title one way or
Excellent.
another. Even if I have to drive out there, I'll be there.
I
but
think
yeah,
we're
I
all
need
going to be
get-
looking forward to
We have
watching
booked
you
a
there as
hotel
well.
though, so we're starting. Yeah, I
Ah,
can't
that's
wait
good.
for the start of the season. I am a bit sad to be missing this event, but being on the other side, getting to help the route setters out, it's just been such a valuable, fun experience.
So-
And yeah,
Here we go with Megos then, currently sitting in the top spot.
his finger not holding him back at the start there.
Yeah, I think he's just forgetting about the finger injury now, just pushing on
Lock
for
it
the
out,
victory,
lock
going
it out.
for the cash prize. This guy's so strong.
He's
And
got a ring lock in there.
Yeah, he has got a finger lock.
finger locking. That is
Such-
crazy.
I'm not sure that's going to help him now. He wants to get that out again. Oh, it's easy. And wants the match if he can.
It's not
Left
really
foot
those.
up, hopefully we'll see him get the left foot up, right foot up. Oh no,
Ah.
foot slip.
Those holds on the inside actually don't really have any in cut. It's kind of pretty
No, they're
horizontal all the
totally-
way
they're
through the hold.
terrible. Yeah, there he wanted to then build his feet left and right foot. Then he's stabbing his right hand up to that terrible hold to do the last move off, which is really hard. And a wild swing.
So, like I said, apart from Kruder now, who's now finished, anybody left in the competition can, in theory, win. So if any of the guys flash this last boulder, they have an opportunity to win. So
This is an interesting one with
Crazy.
such a high bonus, because I think it's going to be hard to get that bonus.
Just shows you how hard the last move is there. If the bonus is that high.
Yeah.
well, hard seems to be the theme all the way through this round and from the last round. So, like I said, only 2 tops so far tonight.
I can't believe he's upped in for the ring lock again. The finger lock.
Come on, Megos.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Has he been to the Tom Randall school?
His shoulders are made of steel. Surely he can just get that shoulder and put the weight across. Yulia Kruder there, just struggling on the big move up to the bonus on women's 4. She didn't bump her left hand quite high enough to get to the good part of that hold. Loads of CAC t-shirts in the crowd there as well, we just got to see.
That's good to see.
All vibrant and colourful, a bit like Alex's shorts.
Looks like the route setters have not left any gifts at the end here for the climbers. It's just all hard all the
That
way.
first hold is so sharp as well. Come on Alex, put your feet on.
Great to hear from you guys on the hashtag Quiff.
Flip the hand. I do think he really wants to get that left foot up to be able to transfer the weight over.
Yeah, he's got to be able to
There
push
we
on it.
go.
There it goes.
Oh,
Just skidding on the feet once again. A minute left.
I think he's telling Percy off there.
I mean, what were you thinking? The route setters really putting the climbers through their paces tonight, and yeah, I think they've overcooked slightly potentially. I mean, everything's been so close to
It's
being
like
top.
you said, Shauna,
have
it's the
seen
first
top
event of
them.
the season, and you just don't have any idea of how these climbers are going coming into this event.
Well, it's
But,
been great to see so much climbing happening though. It might be slightly overcooked, but we've got to see a lot of climbing happen. They're getting high on the boulders, we've seen some tops, and it's been an incredible display of physical strength.
people are trying hard, and the
also-
crowd really appreciate that at the end of the day.
I mean, you can see both guys going at it right to the
Definitely
death on the fourth
getting drawn
problems.
in by that ring lock.
Loving it.
Finger lock. Slipping out of there. It's just terrible. There's hardly any texture on the holds.
So it's the end of the competition for both guys. Can Alex Megos stay in top position whilst Yulia Kruder, a great finals for her. Doesn't look like she'll make a podium unfortunately, but she'll be pretty happy with that. So the next guys out there, the Brits, Matt Cousins and Michaela Tracy. Both climbers can in theory take the win. Matt Cousins would need to flash this boulder, and Michaela has plenty in hand if she tops it and nobody else does. So it's so close.
We've got, looking at the scores there, we've got 4 women now to climb, and 4 women can all win this competition.
So we're going to come down to attempts if it is tops. But Cousins then, in theory, can win if he flashes it on this go, I believe. But it is so hard. We've seen some super strong climbers so far. Come on, Cousins.
Let's see how Cousins is on this transfer, on the shoulder transfer.
Pop there,
Yeah. The transfer looks hard, but it's still hard to get in there. Those slots are quite thin, and you've got to be very accurate on them. Michaela Tracy now on her final boulder. First attempt. Looking solid at the minute. Needs to get that hand up, like you were saying, Sean. Needs to be right up there.
Right
That's
up
it.
there onto that gets a lot better up there. She's seen that really quickly. Oh, that's a powerful move up there. A lot of back strength required.
So really close finals tonight. Like I say, not so many tops, but so close for many people. Let's see what Matt can do on this final boulder and Michaela. Here we go, back with Matt. Come on, Matt. Come on, he's trying so hard. Oh, it's incredible, really. Matt Cousins, unseeded currently, hasn't competed that much internationally, but that will definitely change this year. And for him to make QIF finals in such a stacked field is so cool.
Amazing, starting his year off really well. We didn't see him at any international events last year, I don't believe. Any of the World Cups anyway. So, yeah, QIF finals.
Yeah, I think it'll bode really well for his confidence as well.
Come on, Michaela.
Yes,
really
held that bonus.
There.
This is really important now for Michaela. Come on, Michaela. She's got to get that matched. Come on,
Has
Michaela.
she read the beat? No, she's going a different way, so this isn't the intended method, but if she can latch that. So what we wanted to see was a match on that bonus. We saw Sasol read it really well, which she's done incredibly well throughout the competition, but Michaela does have 1 minute 48 to be
She's got
precise
plenty
there.
of time, yeah.
So
It does actually look like it would work that way.
I just think it'd be really hard that way, because that hold up there is terrible. It's tiny. And if you can match the bonus, flip it to an undercut, reach over with the right hand to the crimp and then put the heel in, it's reasonably steady away to
more
the
controlled.
last move, the last hold, sorry. But yeah, the way Michaela's trying, it's going to be a brutal last move.
Well, Michaela's taking time out to sit on the mat there. She knows she's got 1 minute 10 seconds left, so I think plenty of time. It's quite a fast boulder to climb up there, so she's going to make the most of her time there.
Oh, Cousins is still fighting right to the death. Proper underdog style. Keeps fighting. Obviously, if he did find a top, that would just fire him up to the leaderboard.
Come on, Michaela. You know, this isn't 4+. 50 seconds.
Oh, Michaela really needs to find a top here to put the pressure on the other girls.
Yeah,
45 seconds. She was doing so well before. Possibly had the wrong beta, but the crowd's right behind her now. Come on, Michaela.
Come on, Michaela. It'd be great to see her top this boulder.
She'll be the
Certainly
first one
would.
to get 3 tops. That would
Come
put
on.
her into first. Come on, Michaela. The win
Putting
is
that
up for
hand
grabs.
It's this different beater to what we thought with girls.
Come on, Michaela.
Making it look steady away. Oh, yeah.
Looking for the
I
same
thought she was
method.
going for it there.
Come on, Michaela.
Oh, yes!
Goodness,
Come on,
that's
Michaela.
Can she finish it?
If she gets up to this last hole, she deserves that. Oh,
Michaela Tracy drops
So close from Michaela there. Michaela Tracy has an awesome effort in the final this evening. She's giving a clap and a wave to the crowd. What a great look. What a
really
smiley
feel
face.
for Michaela there, though. Once again, falling out of the last holds. It's a bit of a replay of last year, but an incredible effort. She could have gone into the top spot there, but currently sits in third. Hopefully she can remain. Nice to see a Brit on the podium.
It really would, and what a start to her season too. She's been training really hard over the winter.
Okay then, here we go again. Team Germany out there. Big Jan Hoyer.
So
It looks like
obviously
he's got the shoulders for it anyway.
we're going to say, Gaz, these guys have all got the potential still to win. So Jan Hoyer currently 0 tops and only 1 bonus, but in tonight's final tops this, and he is in with a shout.
It's great to see Jan and Eula climbing together as well.
size of his hands compared to Alex Megos and those cracks. It's
Looks like a
insane.
different boulder there, doesn't it?
Wow,
So strong.
look
That's
at
a
the
small
power.
space for him to fit into.
Come on, Jan.
Popped.
Man, this guy's been so close
That
throughout
was
the
close.
finals.
Casual.
Every boulder he's looking so good on.
Eula looking strong as well.
Yulia's looking really
Flashed
good
up the
now.
What's she
bonus
going to
there.
do now? Is she going to come in for the
I think
match?
she might see the way. Oh, maybe not.
Come on, Yuli.
Great reading from Sassol to see this first try, and Eula Worm there as
Yeah,
well.
come on, Eula.
Come on, Yuli. Oh, just short. Yuli Worm so close.
I think
and she
with a
can
bit of a
still win.
rest and straight into that sequence for this second go,
she
she'll
looked like
do
she
well.
didn't actually know what she was doing by the time she got up there, and it was really well worked out in the moment. But yeah, if she can get that a bit quicker.
Remember, guys, some awesome replays here. Remember to retweet these with Rab Replay, and you can get yourself some £500 worth of gear. And so close there for Yuli Worm. Really want her to do this. So Yuli Worm currently sitting with 2 tops in 5 attempts. Petra Klinger and Melissa Lenev above her with 2 tops in 5, and Michaela in 2 tops in 5. So it's really close in both the men's and the women's. Quiff is an absolutely nail biter this year. I think Jan really knows he can do this. He's just, the nerves have hit him because he knows he can do it and potentially take himself right up the leaderboard.
It would have been interesting if Jan had flashed that. He would have put himself in first place, and he looked steady away. Just a little foot slip.
This is really interesting here for Yuli Worm.
Yeah, I wonder if she knows. The DJs know. They've dropped the music. This is so tense in here now. Come on, Jan. Come on, Yuli. Come on, neck and neck on the wall, the couple. Yuli's looking really good this time. Come on, Jan. Come on, Yuli. Oh, Jan just slips it once again. Yuli's gone for a different
Yuli
method.
Worm needs to top this to get on the podium.
Come on,
So
Yuli.
strong. It's not a good hold though up
See how
there.
bad that last hold is. Maybe she needs to flip to the left heel. Come on, Yuli. Oh! Oh, Yuli Worm just went to switch the heels and it's just short. Oh, the tension in the air here is really quite hard to be around. Oh. Both guys potential tops here.
Yuli Worm's going to have to climb fast now. 40 seconds.
Jan Hoyer also back on the wall. We saw such
Here
a
we
great
go.
attempt on his
Come on, Jan.
first try.
28 seconds left for these guys. Come on, Jan.
Oh,
Oh,
and
once
foot
again the
slip
right foot
again.
goes.
That's a bad foot hold on that bottom triangle, isn't it?
So
She's gotta go
Yuli
fast
Worm
here.
then, all eyes on her. Come on, Yuli. 10 seconds left. She's really got to fight. Oh, no. That does end the competition for Yuli Worm.
Great effort from Eula there.
Well, what's that done to those scores, Michael?
Well, just having a look, obviously not many competitors left now and it's all still to play for. Melissa is currently sitting in the top spot with 2 tops in 2 and 3 bonuses in 3, and Petra also 2 tops in 2 attempts but 3 bonuses in 4. So yeah, like we say, all still to play for. It's so tight. Melissa and Petra then are going to fight to the death on the final boulder.
Look at that scores on the screen now. You've got Michaela Tracy sitting there in 3rd place, and that 3rd place is guaranteed.
Yeah, so
Great
either of these
achievement
guys
from
can
Michaela.
take down the win. I do wonder out there, do they know? Do they know it's still up for grabs?
We're still having a little dance there. Interestingly, we've not seen any of the women start facing out. Maybe I'm the only one.
You're special.
Yeah, I am special.
So in the men's
Identify
then,
my own way.
as Michael Picaroo pulls on, the top 3 are decided, but the order is still up for grabs. Picaroo, Chon and Magos have secured the podium positions, but 1, 2 and 3 still to play for. Here he goes then, come on. He needs his top, no top so far.
Yeah, this is really interesting because he hasn't climbed a boulder yet, but it's actually wide open to take the gold.
How did she stay on there?
Melissa is on form here. Come on, Melissa.
reading that quickly.
Yeah.
I think this is going to
Sequence
suit her.
really
Come on,
quickly.
Melissa.
So strong on that crimp.
Come on.
Get that healing. She wants that healing.
Into the ultimate crimp.
Got that crimp.
Come on, Melissa.
Locked and loaded.
Come on.
Come on, Melissa.
Yes, could she finish it?
One
Great
hand.
effort.
One
Come
hand.
on.
Two hands.
Melissa Lenev nails it.
She read that sequence so well. It's really
Awesome
cool
effort
to
there.
see.
When she had that crimp locked in, she was going nowhere.
I think everybody in the house was on the edge of their seats if she was going to get that match
As
or
were
not.
we.
Wow, that was close.
I was right on the edge of my seat there as well, Gaz. She moves into first position, obviously with that 3 tops in 3, we believe. I'm not sure if actually Petra can beat her. I'm just going to check the scores. That does decide it. Melissa Lenev takes the win on bonuses if Petra tops it in first go as well. She would get it in 3 and 3, but she would lose out on bonuses by 1 attempt. So
So our podium is guaranteed for the women
Melissa
now.
Lenev takes the crown, Mrs. Quiff.
That's amazing, really impressive. But I'm pretty sure we're going to see Petra try her hardest still to get to the top of that boulder when she comes out.
So in the men's then, this guy, Michael Picarou, trying so hard all evening. An awesome performance once again at Quiff for him on his second go.
Strong.
His shoulders are going to be sore tomorrow morning, I think.
Oh yeah.
That's such a hard transfer between those 2 slots. Seems to have found the perfect method though, Michael.
Yeah.
Just can't quite complete it at the last moment.
So he's got 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining to. Well, he can't really go anywhere, to be honest with you, but he doesn't know that. He's third place, sorry. Well, actually, just looking at the
Can't
scores,
imagine
it's
he'll think
so
that he'll
close
be-
here on the scores.
No,
He can actually get second place.
I don't think he'll know he's sitting in third place with just
No,
2
not at all.
bonuses in 4 attempts. I
Having
mean,
not climbed anything, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a clue he's in third place.
yeah. Although they will know there's been very few tops.
Last problem of the day. You don't have to do this again for at least another 8 hours. Come on. Try hard, pace. Yes!
Come on, left foot on.
Oh man, you can just see how
That's it.
hard it is.
His
Yeah.
shoulders are out of the
Shoulders
door.
out of it.
Gonna be feeling.
He's going to
feeling
pack
that
them up and
tomorrow.
go home.
So now in the men's then, it all comes down to this. Chon currently sitting in second place, but he can take the win with a 2 top. So this is it, the last action. And we do welcome to the studio the 159 presenter, Leah Crane. Leah, welcome. Thanks for joining us right at the end here.
Good evening, everybody.
So Leah, what do you think?
It's pretty exciting. Just watching all the different flying moves that are going on and having to move the crowd back further and further has been pretty,
Pretty
it's
wild,
just been
eh?
such a spectacular event.
So we do know that Petra can't advance more than second place. Silver is guaranteed for her because it would come down to bonuses, which she can't improve on. So it's all about the men's then.
And we
Chon
know that.
can take the top step.
Yeah, we
from
know that
Magos.
Chong needs to do this to take first place of Alex Magos. Alex Magos could become the first ever man to win 2 Quiff titles.
Yeah.
With
Obviously,
a slab.
Yeah. With the top of the slab.
it's awesome to watch Petra no matter what though, because she's incredibly talented. Come on, Petra, go out in style.
Not quite seen the sequence that we saw Melissa do, the intended sequence here. Oh no. What was she fighting?
Come on, Petra.
She's trying all
Oh.
a foot slip there.
Bit of a blowout in the end there.
Kind of looks like these girls are trying any which way to see what
See
happens
what
when they get
works
there.
when they're up there. Yeah, it almost looks like they've not. I think Sasol went straight into the intended beater like she has done on many of the boulders. She's read them really well quickly. But Melissa and Eula up there looked like they didn't quite know what to do and they figured it out as they're going along.
Here we go, all eyes on Jungwon Chon on the last boulder, the last man out, the last bit of action alongside Petra here at the Quiff 2017. Can we see anybody nail this?
He almost looked like he was trying then.
It looks like you do
It
need
is.
to put that left foot up into that slot.
You need the left foot in the slot, but you also need the right foot down on that foothold.
Back on the
Exactly the
foothold,
position
yeah.
that Jan was in, but without that right foot coming off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to see John Wong actually trying.
Being tested.
Yeah.
It's a good warm up for him, isn't it, for the rest of the season?
I mean, the climbers have been tested though, especially in the men's. So few tops, and it's really coming down to the slab for Megos and Chon on that jump move that we didn't see anybody else do.
Alex
So it's-
almost didn't compete in this competition as well. He's suffering with a finger injury, and he could be winning his second Quiff title with a slab.
Yeah, if
Top
Chon
of the
doesn't
slab.
do this, it's Alex Megos takes the win. And to be honest,
And the clock's ticking.
you know,
It's really
John
ticking.
Chon's not looking that close on this move so far, but we've seen from his earlier performances he's just so good. In the background there, you can see Petra pulling on for another go. Then, and as we know, you know, her
Super
second place
impressive
is
with Alex, though. Eh? You know, he wasn't considering getting into the semi-final and competing after his finger injury, and he's sitting at the top of the leaderboard at the moment.
I do think that will have helped his headspace as well. It will have got him into a really great mindset. He was out there having fun. You could see the smile on his face. There was no pressure on him at all.
Yeah,
Here we go,
Petra not here to win, he's here to climb.
I do wonder if Petra knows that she can't win, and maybe she's just kind of like, I don't know.
I think regardless of whether she can win or not, Petra wants to perform. It's all a good show out there for the crowd.
So 50-second left for Chon. Come on.
I think this is it. It's got to do it. This go.
He's really running out of time. Come on. He looks so gassed at the end there. Can he give it one more blast? This will be his last action of the Quiff 2017.
The crowd want to see a
Yeah, they
final
wanna see it
attempt.
go out
They
in
really want to see it.
He's going to give it to them.
Petra's
giving
fighting
it.
Petra
hard.
high on the bonus again. She's going to see this match.
Come on, Petra.
Oh, just powered out there.
She looks tired.
Come
but
on,
she's got a
Bjorn.
smile on her face.
As always with Petra.
Oh, that is it.
Probably.
He gave it absolutely
that was it.
everything.
Really appreciative crowd. Those climbers certainly look tired as they walk off that mat. So, Leah, what did you think of that final then? What was the highlight? I know we didn't get many blocks climbed, but there were some pretty cool moves out there.
Do you know, for me, talking about hard moves, it was all in the men's. Obviously, their blocks were really hard. I was on the edge of my seat willing John Won to hold the top move on block one.
I think everybody was, yeah.
And then in pulling it out the bag on, was it the fourth go on block two, just holding the undercut that nobody else was.
Absolutely
They were
insane.
kind of getting near, but kind of not. And yeah, for him to just roll onto the top, well, in fact, falling off the top hold and then topping
Getting
it,
back up there.
topping it
Yeah.
the second time he was up there. It was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, there were some super cool moves out there, weren't there? And what about for the women then? What was your favourite in the women's, do you think? That for me personally, that the problem in the corner with the horns, that was just like a hold I've never seen before.
So I personally have been on that hold before in Munich, the last World Cup of last year, and they're not my favourite holds, I do have to admit. But again, watching Euler just launch to that top horn like it was a bucket.
Oh my goodness.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You can tell that she was world champion.
And for good reason.
Yeah.
There you can see it, guys, the finals results. It was so close. Michaela Tracy nails the podium for the British team. Third place, Petra Klinger, 2 tops in 2 attempts, takes away second place. But Melissa Lev dominated tonight, 3 tops in 3 attempts. That was really cool.
Can't mention Yulia Kruder though, only top of women's too.
Yeah, fair
Valiant
play. You
effort.
know, the only top of a boulder, but still 6th was ace. That so shows how strong the field is out there.
Yeah, Michaela's going to be
Mix of
super
results
psyched
there.
with that, eh? Ahead of this season, she's going to be super happy with it.
So in the men's then, 6th place Jan Hoyer, even though probably he was the closest to topping all of the boulders, just so close all the way through. Jerne Kruder in 5th place. Matt Cousins, he's got to be happy with that. first Quiff finals to make
Yeah.
4th is so good.
Really, really impressive effort. It's great to have 2 Brits in the final out there, and I can say from sitting on the sofa and watching this event, I can't wait to start competing again. It was a very different experience for me, sat here watching it.
Was carrying on then, 3rd place, Michael Picaroo. I mean, he's done really, really well. He's such a young competitor. To get a 3rd place at Quiff is super good.
Incredibly impressive.
And then it came down to Chon and Migos right at the very end. You know, Chon on what was it, men's number 2, the only person to top that. For him to do that and still only come away with 2nd place was crazy, really. And just such a low number of tops in the men's.
Well, exactly, Mike. I was just going to say that. There's so many zeros on that scoreboard, and I'm wondering if actually the route setters had a harder job than ever this time round, just simply because of the caliber of climbers that were turning up. Like, how hard do you make it? How hard can these guys actually climb?
Yeah, it was such a strong field. It was a World Cup field.
Yeah, and I guess, I mean, some of these route setters will be now working at the first World Cup, so that's a really good sight for them to see the level. And maybe Alex Megos won't be at the World Cups, but
This is almost harder than a World Cup. You get people coming out of retirement, you get rock climbers coming to compete here, and to see Alex Megos at the top of the podium there is really, really great.
We should also give Gracie Martin a shout out. We had her in the studio yesterday giving her predictions for the finalists, and she did predict that Melissa would take the women's title, so well done, Gracie.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Melissa was my favourite to win as well. I did think John Wong would take it, but yeah, it's Megos, 2nd time Quiff champion.
He thought it was hilarious the fact he even got through to the final in the first place on a slab, and now
Yeah.
he's done it yet again to stand on the top spot, obviously with other amazing climbing to go alongside.
I mean, it really does go to show that all the fashion at the moment is smashing between big holes and doing dynamic moves, and this style of climbing has come into its own, but it's still really important to be able to climb those vertical technical walls and the slabs.
And Percy Bishton is known for being the slab master when it comes to route setting.
This wasn't actually Percy's slab for once, it was Longy.
Andy
Longy Classic.
Long.
Andy Long Classic.
Slab master
there you
number
go.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Longy and Jamie were testing this for a while, and I was helping them out on it, and it was really cool to see the process. And he actually climbed it very differently to how we'd anticipated, but nonetheless, that top was very well deserved.
we just caught a glimpse of Alex Megos in the background there, smiling from ear to ear. The first guy to ever win 2 Quiffs. And this guy's a rock climber. And obviously he's no slouch in competition, but so incredible just to kind of go all the way through the competition carrying an injury apparently. I'm not sure if that's just
I do
to
think
put
as well
everybody
that
else
really
off.
will have helped him out, you know, like the fact that he's got an injury, he was just here to have a good time, and yeah, he's demolished, but his head he was just out there to have fun, and I think that does definitely help.
As you can see there on the Twitter, the guys at home, a girl who climbs, loving Megos' shorts. That's pretty much what's got him up those bars.
I do think it might have helped, you know.
I do wonder why he's wearing those shorts. When he was in Klimanos a year or 2 ago, he was using them as his swimming shorts.
So
Maybe they become
that
his
tweet
lucky
actually
shorts.
from a girl who climbs confirms that we've got viewers in the US.
All over the world. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah, awesome effort. And one thing to notice here is at the Quiff, the podium ceremony is always slightly alternative. We've got some very fancy
podium from
fairy
that podium
kind of
from last
stars here. Oh God, I don't know where they come up with this stuff.
Everything's always a little bit different here.
And I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but the number 1 position is signalled on the podium there with a bit of a one-finger salute.
Number 1, isn't it? Yeah. So it's obvious.
Just like the CAC Memorial shirt a few years back, or last year, sorry.
So guys, we're going to be with you now until we go through the podium presentation. And we are very close to that. Just introducing Mr. Rab himself, Rab Carrington.
This is the Rab Quiff, and he's
some great prizes given out by Rab all day today.
Podium there, getting himself comfy.
So just going through the all-important raffle for the guys in the crowd that get to win some amazing gear. So Rab Carrington, then a bit of a climbing legend, just giving out the prizes. That's awesome.
That's why this crowd comes here, right? For the prizes.
That's why I'm here. That's why I've been retweeting all night.
So many prizes just been thrown out to the crowd, as we've just seen. It's absolutely crazy.
think another thing you guys can't see at home is the crowd at the front of the wall and then the crowd at the back of the wall who are watching a screen because there's no space in here.
And then you've got all the guys hanging off the wall trying to catch a glimpse of the action. I bet they're pretty pumped now. They've been up there for hours.
Good training.
Yeah.
So, I wonder who's going to get those jackets. I just heard Percy calling out the prizes. There's Berghaus down jacket, there's Rab down jacket, there's Rab sleeping bags. There's some seriously good prizes out there.
Okay, here we go. Ready and steady. White 309.
See Megos chatting away in the background there in his bright yellow jumper. He's a big fan of the bright colours.
Leah, I just want to ask you, going back to the women's presentation, obviously we're going to see the podiums in a minute, but for Michaela Tracy to go away with third position for Michaela, you know her quite well, will she be happy with that?
I've known Michaela quite a long time. We've competed like side by side with each other for a really long time, and like Shauna was saying before, I know that Michaela's put 100% effort into training. She did a full season last year with the intention of doing a full season again this year. And like again, Shauna said, you can really see her training paying off. And I think another thing that she's been working really hard towards is her mental game as well as her physical game, and it really looks like both aspects of her climbing are starting to come together. It was a strong field out there tonight. Michaela's a strong climber. I personally think she got unlucky with that last block as well as the vert block on the side, I think block number 2. But yeah, for her to take third is awesome. I think she could have done more, but that's what happens on the night.
It's amazing to see Michaela, like Leah was saying, she's trained really hard for this season, and I think she's going to have a great season ahead of her. And to have such a strong British team head into the comps this year, yeah, it's really exciting. It feels like we've got a good team spirit going at the moment, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
What about Melissa? Any chance with such a great performance tonight, looking so strong, think she might come out of retirement ready for the next year?
I think Melissa being so strong tonight, obviously she's strong all the time, but I think she can actually just concentrate on having fun in competitions and climbing her best. There's no pressure on her anymore. There's no demand for performance from external factors. She's doing it for herself, and yeah, she's winning.
Speaking to her yesterday and speaking to Julie Verme as well, they're just here for fun. You know, they love climbing. They both just love climbing. They love the scene. They love the climbers they're climbing with. And that's what it's all about for them now. You know, they've done the years, they've done the hard work, and now they can just really almost sit back and enjoy it.
I think that makes a huge difference to your competition performance as well. If you can try and start to perform how you would say climb training, so you take all that pressure off you and you go out there, have fun and just rely on your instincts, you climb differently.
And I think we saw that with Megos here tonight as well. He was just sat there having such a great time. But yeah, even Petra, like, you know, she's still competing in the season and she still manages to go out there with a smile on her face every time. And it is a little different for Eula and Melissa. But
right, we're very close to the podium now, and the compare is just going through the team prizes. So the team event is based on the qualification score, and the Climbing Works team pretty much has won it every single year, which I think is a bit of a fix.
Especially this year, since they actually had 2 Climbing Works teams.
Yeah.
Two team wads.
I think one year Peacemaker team actually beat them.
Yeah, I bet they didn't announce it though. They kept that under their hats.
No, they kept that quiet. It's a bit sneaky though, having 2 team wads, eh?
Looks like Sean's got a bit of an issue with the podium. The podium's the wrong way around.
If anybody knows a podium, it's Sean McCall, so get that sorted. Look, he's in there digging in.
on one enough.
Get those stars moved.
There you go.
Sean
True
is
professional.
the first CAC athlete ambassador that we've announced as well. So there's a new athlete ambassador, 10 athlete ambassadors around the world who will be representing Climbers Against Cancer. And Sean's got his CAC t-shirt on underneath his brown jacket there. So yeah, it's great to have him on board. We'll actually have 2 CAC ambassadors on the podium tonight. Alex Megos is also
That's
going to
excellent.
be a CAC
Yeah,
ambassador.
very good.
So the team element there is kind of just a bit of fun.
It is just a bit of fun, and what Percy was just saying in the background there, they have a 3rd place here, but they also then have a joint 1st place team.
Which is pretty incredible considering it's 4 climbers score added together, and to have a tie, that's 8 climbers all getting very, very similar results.
Yeah, very impressive.
So here they all come, try and stand on that little box with those 8 people.
Oh, and good to know, Gaz, being a Scarpa rep yourself, Team Scarpa, joint first. Incredible.
That's pretty good news. But I don't know how they're going to get everyone on that box.
The Climbing Works have also just mentioned that they are going to put their hands in their pockets and match the prize money of the first place for both of those. So it's £1,000 to each team that's finished in first.
Wow, that's amazing.
Very generous.
The guys at the Climbing Works here,
and Dave Barron's,
Graham,
John Won-Chong,
Percy,
Sharon
Sam, just put so much effort into this event every year. It's great to see.
They're all sharing the medals here because they've only got 4 medals, so it's 1 medal per 2, which is great team spirit there.
Awesome to see that. Scarpa team on the podium, joint first,
That is
with a
one
team WOD.
Impressive podium right there, full of talent.
Yeah, there's some strong climbers
I
there.
wonder how many gold medals are up there between them.
I wonder how many V grades are up there.
Don't think we can count that high.
All right, guys, we're so close now to the final presentation, which is from tonight's final. So we will get to congratulate the winners on an amazing performance, and it was such an amazing performance from the winners, Magos and Melissa, and they were well deserved. Big cash prizes here at the Quiff, and that will help them on their way to whatever it is going to do. You know, World Cup. You know, the World Cup tour. You know, some serious finances required to get yourself around that. So, yeah, incredible. So third place then, Michaela Tracy representing Great Britain. She'll be happy with that.
She'd have really enjoyed that battle against those girls. Obviously, she knows how strong they are.
Look at that smile.
She
That
was
says
nipping
a
at
lot.
their heels.
She's been smiling all night like that.
Second place then, Petra Klinger from Switzerland. A really good fight all the way from qualifying, semi-finals, and now in the finals.
Yeah, it's a big medal.
Taking the gold medal then, a really well deserved, super
She nearly fell off
crush
the
fest
podium.
from Melissa Lenev. Getting on the podium looked like the hardest climb of the day. Melissa Lenev takes the title, Quiff 2017 champion, and well deserved too.
It's so hard to not whoop and cheer into a
I know.
microphone.
I keep trying to hold back my claps. I apologise to anyone who's
Melissa's super
at the
happy with that, I
age
think,
as
isn't she?
Yeah. Moving on to the men's presentation then, third place. Great effort from the Italian Michael Picaru. Finished with no tops but 2 bonuses in falls, enough to secure third position. And one of the crowd
brilliant
favourites,
cheer from
second
the crowd
place.
there.
Yeah, John Won-Chong was awesome on that second boulder, and wasn't meant to be for the win, but an awesome effort to get silver.
And the Wonder Kid,
An honorary Sheffield local.
taking the top spot. I think he
champion
drinks
then-
more tea than you.
I think he might do. I think he might drink more tea than my mum. Which
The
is
champion
saying a lot.
Alex Magos takes the double. Mr. Quiff once again, an incredible
Wearing my
effort.
hat as well up there. He stole it earlier on today.
Must be David the
At
power.
least my hat gets to go on the podium.
Is he wearing your shorts as well?
No, they're definitely not mine. Definitely not. Looks happy with that. It's that awkward moment when you don't know how long to stand on the podium for.
All right, guys, welcome back. That wraps up an incredible Quiff 2017. I want to say a huge thanks to all you guys for joining me. Huge thanks to all the sponsors, and I hope you enjoyed it at home. It was great to see you in touch with us using the hashtags all throughout the weekend. It's been absolutely awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you again at Quiff 2018.